We're live. Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, those people.
Hey,
That's the different responses right there.
Alice is being very angry, so is gonna mute self until done things.
and I'm eating miso-ish soup, but it doesn't contain miso.
Then it's not miso soup.
I was going to say, so your soup is a lie?
Yes.
Hello and welcome back to the Trails of the Xel'nari. We have a map now. What's up? Of this little city that they are within.
It's beautiful.
Of Antioch. So in the last session, our party went out investigating, looking for any kind of clues or location to this bard that has cursed the village of Scanratch. The only clue that they have is a very, very basic description that he is an elf, that his name is Thimblefingers, and that he is traveling with a troop of other entertainers. Other than that, they haven't had much to go on, and they've been following the trail until they got to this new city of Antioch, which is a large merchant trading village. It seems to center its entirety around merchant trade. And as you can see, there are several roads coming in. It seems to be a major hotspot for trade coming in and out, with the river outside leading out to the ocean, so a major trade hub as well. And barges are constantly coming and going, bringing goods and services up and down the river. I'm sorry, just looking at Alice's face is just hilarious.
This is your fault, Ash.
I know I'm not very awake because I was on the Twitch stream scrolling my mouse being like, why can't I make the map bigger? Oh dear.
Hey, Kit. I'm not actually mad. I'm just super concentration face.
The city itself is a bustling hub of merchants and entertainers and vendors. And on the more darker side, there are thieves and cut purses roaming the streets as well. It's one of those places where you definitely want to keep your hand on your wallet at all times, lest it go astray. As part of their investigations, they spoke with Captain Reese of the Guards Militia, and were given permission to do their investigation within town. From there, they went on to several of the larger taverns within town that they believe were potential locations that this Thimblefingers may have gone to stay in his trip through this town. After visiting both the Emerald Centipede and the Mary Abbey, they've turned up with very little information. And have now made their way down to the cave, where the party decided to get into the fighting ring to earn a bit of coin. Unfortunately for Storm, despite the fact that her abilities are non-magical, to the untrained eye they appear to be so, and she was disqualified for her round after sending one of her opponents flying using a burst of air.
It wasn't air. It's just a very powerful punch. Look, I can't help it that they're weaklings, alright?
That had support from a gust of wind.
No, it didn't.
Yes.
It really didn't. It was key. It wasn't... Well, I mean, technically...
Exactly.
She ate too many beans.
Technically...
At least it didn't come from that end.
I wasn't watching the match. I don't know.
After that, the mighty S, definitely not Sam, stepped into the arena, but with a little help from Kovac, decided to go full-size panther on the prey and fighting against I was going to say a Charizard. A Dragonborn.
Was it a Mega Charizard like X with the black flames and everything?
I mean, his name's Char, that's why I kind of tongue-tied myself. Fight against Char, which everyone in the audience thought was going to be a very one-sided fight. They thought it'd be interesting with a druid stepping into the arena, but they thought, it's just a panther, they can fight that, until that panther was gigantic and very easily mopped the floor with poor Char, who was not expecting that fight whatsoever.
As well as the panther having sneak attack.
I mean,
I really didn't expect that. Also, I just realized something. If Sam did not have telepathy, there would have been next to no way that we could have probably done our transformation on time. Oh god.
It's okay.
Oh, the stress. The
it was
stress.
fine. It was fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Yes,
Everything
Shit's
is
fine.
awesome.
you don't get my winnings.
Yes.
The last one will take me a hot minute because it's fucking stupid.
Okay. Thank you. Note to self, no more bird people.
No, bird people are fine. Just, I need more warning. They taint. Glowy things are bad things. They don't do the evils. What do I do with my graphics tablet?
So, we ended our session last week with Thalai stepping into the ring against a prominent fighter who the crowd seemed to quite enjoy. Her name is Katia. She is a tiefling, and by the dress, by her garb, it looks like she seems to be well versed in the art of fighting. She's wearing very loose-fitting, flowing clothing that will allow her to move easily. And so we are starting our session with Halai and Katia facing off in the ring, waiting for the fight about to start.
All right, so
Get you to roll initiative for me.
oh, that's actually pretty good. That is a 17.
Ooh. She beats you out by 1.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Oh. Hold on. Let me do some weird thing like No, I can't do anything.
I've already warned Kovac not to interfere with this one.
Nah,
And I will not be. Unless.
it was simply a jest.
So immediately upon the gong sounding and the fight beginning, Storm, you would recognize, though it is different, there are some similarities in her movements and her style to your own martial arts. She instantly drops into a lowered position to better use the center of gravity against Thalai, who is a bigger target, and comes rushing into his side and tries to sweep the legs while doing several jabs quickly at his side to try and disable that leg.
Oh boy. I have an armor class of 10 Ash, so I think you're going to hit no matter what
Oh
you roll.
yeah.
I mean, I could roll very badly.
I doubt it.
All right. She comes in for her first attack, which is an 11, so only just hit.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Okay. Whoa.
But she does a whole 4 points of damage with her first strike, but then follows it up with a flurry of blows.
Oh boy. I'm in danger.
Both of which also land.
Funny that on an armor class of 10.
That's what you get for taking on
And
your
one
own,
of which one of
Fair
her strikes hits extremely hard. Since she's managed to get one of your pressure points on your leg as she lands a quick jab in. The first of the flurries hits for 9 points of damage, and the second
Oof.
one hits for another 4 points of damage.
All right.
Wow.
With that 9, I am going to use a reaction to take that what's it called? Stone's Endurance to
Mhm.
try and resist some of that damage because that was a lot in one blow.
Mhm.
I resist 15 of that damage, so I negate that completely,
Yep.
just taking. And I will tick off using that. Okay.
Nice. And then
Just-
it's your turn to retaliate.
I'm just gonna look down at her and grin, and immediately just bring up the elbow and just try and bring it down because you said she lowered her body to get most of the mass in as she punched
Mhm.
down my side.
Yeah, so she came in
So I'm
and tried to
gonna-
sweep your leg out and got a few good hits on your the side of your leg.
All right, in that case, then I'm just gonna bring up my arm and just try and strike with the elbow down into the flat of her back.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh.
So this is a +5. That is a dirty 20.
That is a successful hit.
That's 4 points of bludgeoning damage because it's
Mhm.
just my strength modifier.
Yep.
Why do I have a? What am I doing 4? It should only be 3. That's not. Oh, 1 plus strength. That's right. Never mind. Ignore me. Yep. And then
I've got on the big guy.
and then because I'm using my hands, would you count that as using offhand weaponry? So
No.
I can attack. Nope. Then I only get to do that one strike. Then.
I mean, you can still use your bonus action to make an unarmed strike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then after doing that, I would then like to basically bring up my leg and try and like knee her in the side of the head.
Okay.
However, that's only a 9, so yeah.
That will not hit.
So mad that I'm doing this with a mouse right now. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm doing it with a mouse. It's making me so mad.
I was gonna say you look mad.
No, that's just my super concentration face.
All right.
Always
Taking
like
that first solid hit from you, she sweeps back around, delivering another jab to your chest, landing another successful hit for 7 points of damage.
Oosh.
Before backing away a little bit and then bringing up her hands into a fighting position. Again, Storm, you're recognizing some of her movements and actions, but they are different to your own teachings from your monastery.
Storm is probably commentating to whoever's sitting next to her while stuffing her face full of meat still. Oh, look. Oh, I recognize this technique. Oh, that's a unique way to do it. We were always taught to do it differently, but that's kind of cool. I'm going to have to watch her really good.
You
know
can
what?
see that while it has the form and flow to it of your own martial art style, she seems to have modified it for a more brawler style.
I mean, hers is also modified, so she respects that.
Looking at her
Storm
take that kind of defensive stance, Elias then going to move forward, but instead of swinging a punch, he's going to try and grapple her and hold her in place.
Okay.
Just a strength check.
So, yep. Strength athletics.
Oh, athletics, that's right. It's +5. God damn it! I'm putting that dice away. That's only a 10.
And she got a 24.
Oh, Jesus!
So she easily, sensing your emotions and sensing what your intentions are, she just sweeps out your hands as you go for the grapple and then reverses in to attack back at you.
Oh boy!
Trying for a double strike at your head, which does nail another solid hit.
Yep.
For another 7 points of damage.
Yeah, Thalia, he's good in a melee fight. In a fisticuff fight, not so much. Thalia is actually looking quite rough at the moment.
And then again, she drops back out away, not wanting to stay close to you as she got that solid hit from you before, and drops back into that defensive stance again.
Storm's probably yelling at Thalai at this point. Go big, Thalai! Go big!
And you can hear the crowd cheering at this fight. They've came to see her fight, and they are enjoying every moment of it. She's taken down an opponent, nearly 2 heads taller than her.
Looking like, what is the ground we fight on? Is it like solid wood? Is it like sand? What are we fighting on? Ground.
It is a sand pit. Most of it is fairly compacted, but there is some loose sand on it.
What did I do it? Not just yet, but he's thinking about it. In that case, then he's gonna get ready and just checking my actions. Seeing her do that, he's now going to approach a little bit more cautiously, but
Mhm.
instead of trying to grab for the mass of her body, instead he's going to try and grab at her leg, hoping
Okay.
that reaching down below to grapple her is going to throw off instead of what would be expected to grapple and pin her.
Mhm.
God damn it, only a 12. I'm rolling really poor. That's another dice going away. Yeah, a 12, sorry, Ash.
No, that will not hit.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Mhm.
Delia's looking very frustrated as he just can't seem to land.
This time she comes in and gets in close. And as she gets in close, she whispers to you, she goes, I thought you'd make this a bit more entertaining. Oh well, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And goes for 2 quick jabs right into your side. Both of which will land hits.
Yep.
The first doing another 7 points, the second doing 5 points, and then she follows up with another jab right into your back as well,
Oh, Jesus.
which also hits for another 7 points.
Fuck. Thalia looks... Oh, no, not 77 damage. Jesus.
I don't think even Thalai can take that.
No, Thalia would not be able to take... Thalia looks really bad.
But this time she does not step back away to drop into that stance. She seems to be going for the finishing blow.
Yeah. In that case, then Thalia is going to just quickly reach down and fling sand up into her face, hoping to blind her.
All right.
With that, what would you like me to do for that? Sorry.
That's all right. I'll get her to make a Constitution saving throw, of which she does pass. So whilst it does blind her for a moment, it'll give you advantage on an attack. So I'll count that as a bonus action.
Okay. Yep. So then
It's not in her face, so it will only be for this next attack.
that is fine. In that case, then as he follows up, throwing up the sand, his hand will turn into a fist to try to get her under the chin.
Ooh, nice.
That is a 22.
That will hit.
Yeah, for 4 points of damage.
Nice. So as she takes it, she flies up into the air and drops back into the sand, and then looks up at you with a bit of a smile on her face and goes, "Ah, that's more like it. Come on."
Unfortunately, I think she's going to get me though. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get really lucky and she'll just miss. But I doubt it.
With Ash's
And-
dice rolls, probably unlikely. I'm sorry. He's an
And
ass
this,
when
she
it comes
actually
to dice.
she taunts you. She just starts kind of weaving around you, moves in close as if to attack, but then steps back out again, and does this a few times before
John
dropping
Wee.
back into that defensive stance again.
In that case, then, seeing that she gave me that respite, I am going to use my second wind as a bonus action.
Mhm.
Recovering 13 hit points. So that's good. So she's dropped into that
Defensive.
offensive stance. All right. In that case, then, he's going to try for the grapple again.
Mhm.
Yep, let's try this one. That's better. That's a 24 to grapple her, Ash.
Ooh, you beat her out by 1. So
And-
she sees you coming in, and she goes to sweep, but this time you've memorized exactly that movement she does, and you duck back in low and catch her right in the chest.
Ooh.
That's an action and my bonus action, so I've got nothing else left, but I'm just trying to make sure to hold her tight for this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Alright. On her turn, she is going to try and break free at least. So
Alright,
it will be
so
an opposed.
opposed.
Mhm.
Damn it. Oh, that nearly fell off the table, but thank
Alright,
God it
she
didn't.
got-
That's a 20.
She got a 24 again, so she has
Damn
managed
it.
to at least push herself push you off her, but she's still down in the dirt because that was her action to break free.
Okay. So is she prone, is what you're saying?
she's still prone, yes.
Oh, in that case, then as she's lying down in the dirt, he's just going to lift his foot up and try and like just stomp into her chest
Mhm.
as an unarmed attack. And she's
Terrifying.
prone, so that's advantage.
Nobody wants to lie standing on them. maybe
That is
they
a
do, maybe they're into
23.
that.
23 will hit
For 4 damage.
for 4 damage.
Yep.
All right.
And then I want to follow up with another, this time just a kick into her
Mhm.
ribs. With a 24
That will
for
hit.
4 damage.
That's good rolls for hits.
Yeah, I'm making up for it now. I know which dice to use. And now I've said it, I'm going to curse myself, but what can you
With-
do?
With this, she rolls back a bit before jumping up and just lunging straight for you again. This time, trying a bit of your own moves against you, going for a cut straight up into your jaw before following through again with some
I
more
was gonna
quick
say, that's
jabs
a good
to the
reach
chest.
she's got.
Oh, she's kind of like lunging up.
Yeah.
So she makes another solid connection
Yeah.
If
for another
Thalai's
7
recognizing
points.
some of her movements as similar to Storm, he would know that.
What? Oh, I was sorry, Ash. What damage was that? Sorry.
That was 7 damage.
Thalai would probably
Sorry.
recognize some of the movements being similar to Storm's movements and would know that she's quite nimble.
That is, I just rolled polar opposites. I rolled a critical fail and a critical hit.
Oh,
flurry.
okay.
Cancel each other out. Nope,
what,
not allowed. No,
what
man.
does that mean, Ash?
So she goes for a jab, but just glances off the side and kind of just like stuns her own hand with the first one, but then brings in the other one for another jab straight to your solar plexus, landing a good solid hit for 13 points of damage.
Oh, Thalai looks like he's the very last breath. He's on 1 hit point. And he's just going to bring his entire head back and just swing down to try and headbutt her. See him? And that's a 22 for 4 points of damage.
Good solid hits.
Yep. And then follow up with a try and get a punch in that gut.
I just realized no one's come around asking us for bets on this one.
But that was a flail. That was only 7.
The 7 will not hit.
Kit made a bet for this fight.
5 gold.
Kit
on
did
the
make
big
a
guy.
bet.
Yeah, sorry, Kit. I think I've lost you that gold.
All right. And she comes in, and she seems to think that she's coming in for blood. She's going to get this final blow. She seems to have dropped any form of defense in her attack, bringing in for a swift punch to the chest again. Almost another critical hit, but that is a successful hit
Yep.
for another 7 points.
And with that, I go down.
Aww.
And as you drop to the floor, she just kind of drops down onto her knees above you and is just like a victory pose above, like, yes!
Just a
And
nice
then
little
starts
golf clap.
blowing kisses to the audience as they start cheering.
So, Sarah and I are like seated next to each other because I believe after your fight, you came and joined me, yeah?
Mm.
So I just say, well, I wasn't expecting that.
What? I mean, I kind of was. He took off all his armor.
Good point. Kind of gesturing to the floating disc full of all of his stuff hovering next to me.
It was the rules of the fight. Unarmed combat. That includes
Mhm.
armor.
Yeah, very, very. Which is why I was able to get away with wearing my armor and everything still, because I know I did take it off, but I was using the Panther's armor class.
Yeah.
He's unconscious. Should we do something about that?
Do they do something? Do we do something?
Storm.
I'm looking around for like some kind of adjacent healer.
So he is picked up out of the arena by 2 of the helpers, and then yes, he is seen to by a healer.
Good.
You imagine it's not a magical healer; it is just a medicine man. But he has some smelling salts and stuff to bring him back to
Alright.
consciousness.
So 1 hit point.
Yep, 1 hit point.
Oh boy. Yep.
And one of them that's sitting there is just like, oh, too bad. I thought you had that one, but she's a sly one. You know, she's never lost a fight.
Well, she earned that one. That's for sure.
Still, you got closer than most. I ain't seen her falter like that before.
She got arrogant and I took advantage of it. I don't think she was arrogant like that again for some time. And I'll just get up stiffly and walk over to where the rest of them are.
We're up in like I think like one layer up in the stands, and as you approach, I'll just like float over your important effects, like your earring, like everything important, like everything really important that you gave to me. I just float back over and I say, "This was well fought, Thalai. I thought you were going to win."
Well,
Why didn't
Not
you
well.
go big, Salai?
it's magic.
What?
That's why.
That's not
That's a
magic. No.
Yes, it is.
Shh.
It is.
Is
It definitely is. Yes, and I just slowly start getting dressed again.
Sounds like, oh yeah, I should probably do that. So he looks at his own their own stuff on the disc, like, it's fine.
This disc will only last an hour.
Storm's quite content in her very minimal clothing.
And at that storm, you were called back to the arena. Well, rather, should I say, Kitty Softpaws is called back to the arena.
How much health have you got, by the way? Are you starting at full?
I'm not at full.
I'm
I
on-
only took one hit last fight. It was over
Okay,
before
right.
anyone could even blink.
I'm alright.
That's why Storm was so mad that she got called a cheater.
Now back for a rematch. We're allowing it, but without magic this time. Kitty Softpaws will be stepping back into the arena. But taking on a new challenger. One from out of town. He's a big one, he's a brute. His name is Thogg.
That is stupid name.
Out of town.
And stepping into the arena is a... he looks more orcish than half-orc, but he is definitely still half-orc. He, like Thalai, is shirtless, just wearing pants. Though, unlike Thalai, he is wearing plate boots and gauntlets. But he's not wearing any other forms of plate.
Then armor.
And he does sport himself an eye patch. He seems to be missing an eye, and looking at the scars on his face, it looks like he has been in more than one or two fights in his time. He is also almost as tall as Sly. Still a little bit shorter, but if you were to put him in a room with everyone else, he would be taller than most.
I'm gonna take a big leap and potentially be a bit discriminatory as Kevin can go, oh, a big orc. One of the rabbit folk described a big orc traveling with the bard.
This is a good point.
That
We
is
didn't.
racist.
That is racist, but
We got no other details.
Hang on.
them
Bard
other
is
than
classic
an orc.
profiling.
Yeah.
we were told to look in the cave and say that from the Mary Abbey that they traveled in this direction, and the cave was in this direction. It's part of why we came here. I'm gonna take a logical leap, and I'm gonna start actively like combing the surrounds, try and find somewhere like near where this orc came from. Perhaps
Yeah,
if he has friends too, and just start looking for the bard.
If Kovac tells Sam this, because Sam is more than likely in La La Land, then Sam will assist.
I would have been all like, hey, big
Huh?
orc.
What? Huh? What about him?
Remember the
He's big.
bard? The bard was traveling with a big orc.
That's profiling.
Yes, I know, but we don't have anything else to go on at this point. Just indulge me. I'm gonna try
Right.
and find him. Okay?
Yeah, we know. All we remember or were told was that there was
big-
Nimblefingers, which is an elf. He was
Mhm.
traveling with an orc, and either a halfling or a gnome. Someone was short, quite short. So I've got a feeling it was a gnome. Not so
Yes.
they're short. They're shorter than someone shorter than me.
Mhm.
Um,
So while
so I'll have a little look around. I'm just gonna go plug my phone in. Give me a moment.
Okay, I finally finished doing all the things I've been trying to do since this.
You inspired us.
As he steps into the arena to fight, and he is very much unlike the rest of the fighters as well. He doesn't seem to care about cheering on or getting the applause of the crowd. They do seem to be cheering for him. He's just dead staring straight at Storm, like, I'm going to kill
Literally
you kind of
lives
look.
for the fight.
Storm's just
sort of
like, oh, you're
situation.
you're curious. I can talk. This is an Alice problem.
At this,
Storm
the
problem.
arena announcer kind of jumps down from his little podium and runs over into the middle and goes, I am sorry, Thogg, but you'll have to remove the gauntlets. They all count as weapons in this.
He can
This
keep
fist
the
fight only.
gauntlets if I can do magic.
Oh, God.
The announcer kind of looks over, looks back at Thogg, and Thogg just goes, fair for me.
I can
Yes,
use
is it-
magic?
To your funeral, mate. I don't want to be against magic. And runs back over and goes, all right, folks, we've got a bit of a change in scenario, bit of a no rules game going on here. They have opted to allow for magic if the big guy keeps his gauntlets on, so we might see a bit of blood tonight. Just
I'm
remember,
curious.
Now,
no
mind you,
fighting to
hang
the
on.
death.
Keep in mind, Storm is covered in scars, especially across her face. She's got a scar across her face here, across her face here. Her ears are all shredded up, and she's got piercings all through her ears. She looks rough and tumble for a cat person. As cute as she is, she's also, like, as tough as nails.
I
She's
want to
just got a
do
big grin on
something.
her face.
I want to do a check, but I literally have no reason. Actually, no, yeah, it's slightly suspicious. Can I potentially perceive those gauntlets he's wearing?
What do you mean?
Like, why does he want to keep them on? They're weird.
You don't know?
Oh,
Just
I
likes
can.
wearing gauntlets.
Inside check. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fair. I'll take that. I'll take that.
By the way, Ash, can I ask?
Yes.
Would my how long have we been here, and how long has it been since our last fight? Would it have counted as a short rest?
It has not been long enough for a short rest, no.
No.
But you've been in town for over an hour or two.
No. Since her fight, because it changes her
Mm.
fight. That's all.
No, it has not been 15 minutes, unfortunately.
You mean an hour?
Well, sorry, yeah, 15 minutes to half an hour to an hour. Definitely not an hour.
Okay.
All right. So you both step into the arena,
Storm's
and
gonna
I'll get
get
you
her
to roll.
ass kicked right now. Oh god.
I'll get you to roll for initiative.
But Storm is such a little brat. She's still mad that they wouldn't let her use her abilities. Oh, not bad. 17.
All right, you win the initiative.
She is going to.
Though before you start, you do see that he draws a large bladed sword from his sheath. And it kind of looks like he pauses for a moment as if he's about to use it, and then just throws it into the sand before pulling up his fist like, all right.
Oh boy. I think you're in danger, Storm.
Probably. This is gonna
But
be
Thalai's
great.
not looking.
This is
Thalai's
gonna be
just
so much fun.
sulking.
Oh boy. Yes, everything's fine. Everything is definitely fine. I'm so scared. Okay. Okay. She's going to just punch, I guess.
Okay.
Just a simple punch and see what happens.
So just diving in for a quick
Ooh,
punch.
No, it don't hit. That's a 3.
Okay, no, that will not hit, unfortunately.
Ah! I forgot who's playing Storm.
It's you.
You.
This is why I like her abilities, because they don't require attack rolls.
Hashtag not all orcs.
You know
Sorry, I
what?
just read
Fuck
that.
it. She's gonna do a flurry of blows.
Okay, going in for a flurry.
So it's 3 attacks in total. So that's the first one that misses. 18,
That will hit.
which is plus, I think, 2 to all these attacks. Yeah. And that one won't hit.
That was a whiff.
Yeah.
Alright, so you've managed to land one hit on him at least.
Stunning destroyed.
I don't have that!
No? Never mind.
I'm not that kind of monk.
I thought all monks could stun.
Nope. Why can't I find my D4s? There they are.
I don't know, why can't
Because I'm useless. That's 1 plus 2, so it's 3 damage.
Alright, 3 damage.
And that was her action and bonus action. That's
Mhm.
it. And then she's going to stand there because that's all she can do.
Oh,
And yes, Kit is right, it is a level 5 ability.
right. Yes, I just checked.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Still not that kind of monk.
Yeah, at that he just kind of towers over you, both fists together, and just brings it down to try and clobber on top of you.
Oh no.
Will a 23 hit?
Nope! No, definitely not. It's fine. Everything's fine.
For 5 points of damage.
Okay.
But that is all he does. He just brings it down for a clobbering strike, just pummels you into the ground a bit, and then just steps back and just raises up his fist again and is just like, come on.
She's kind of testing how tough he is. She's like, okay. She is going to run in circles around him for a bit of fun. Make it look like she's trying to suss out where to punch him, but she's actually just going to take the defensive action.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So she's using her action to
Dodge.
dodge.
Yep.
And she's just going to
Dodge!
keep, like, circling around the field.
Alright. He's kind of just like watching you run around, and he's going to go for a wild swing. Like, he's not really trying to calculate it. He's just like, she should be approximately here when my fist goes out there, so that'll work. And oh, he's still going to land a hit, even with the
Disadvantage?
disadvantage, because I rolled 2 10s.
What does he have a plus on? My armor's 16.
Oh, actually. Yes, he will
Yeah,
still hit.
you don't wear an unarmored defense.
I have unarmored defense.
Yep, he will still hit you.
How the fuck does he have a plus 6, the bastard?
Yeah, why am I rolling? It's just another 5 points of damage.
He's probably got a +4 in. He's probably got a 4 strength fire and +2 proficiency. Easily +6.
Well, Or me and Kovac have a theory.
Yeah, I know.
Me and Rory have a theory. It's very different. Our characters
I'm
have a
currently
theory.
still just like combing the crowd for accomplices.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing as you.
And Storm is getting cranky. Yeah, she very likely won't win this fight. I guess she will punch and patient defense.
Okay.
Because
Go
that's
for it.
all she really can do. That's a 19, so that'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
5 damage.
5 damage. Nice. All right. And at this, he kind of just like starts beating his own chest and working himself up into a bit of a rage as he starts lunging for you to make another attack. He misses this time, however. He
I should
got himself
bloody
too much
darn
into a
hope so,
rage.
damn it!
He's just charged and just gone for a full-on just grab at the chest, and you've just stepped cleanly out of the way as he's done for it, and just kind of ran so fast that he's pushed himself into the ring, and he just kind of collapses against the ring for a second before pushing back up again and turns around to face you again. And it's your turn.
Do I get an opportunity attack? Because he went out of my range.
Yeah, you could.
Sure. I was mostly being cheeky, but I'll take it.
No, yeah, he ran out of your threat range, so yes.
17?
That'll hit.
Yeah. She smacks him on the butt. That's cocked. Oh,
Ooh.
6 damage.
Nice.
Good old slap on the ass.
And again, he's just gone into his bloody rage, and he's not thinking or fighting sensibly. He's just going for wild, strong swings, and it just comes charging at you again. And this time tries to.
That was my opportunity attack. Do I still get a turn?
Oh, sorry, yes, it is your turn. Sorry,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. She's going to. Can I patient defense but hold my action?
What do you mean?
So bonus action patient defense but hold my action to attack him if he gets in range.
Yeah, if you don't want to give up the ground, I suppose you could do that.
Yeah, she just wants to stay in the middle of the field.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, he's coming charging straight at you, so go for it.
Hang on, I'm just making sure I use the appropriate points. 11 probably doesn't hit.
No, that will not successfully hit him, unfortunately.
Is he wearing armor? Like actual armor?
No. Other than the gauntlets and his boots, he's not wearing armor.
Okay.
Alrighty. And he goes for a swing at you, and again, he is at disadvantage for it. And again, it doesn't matter. He still manages to land his hit
Ow.
for another 5 points of damage.
Ow. Okay. You know what I find kind of crappy?
Hmm.
Is that like... Oh, it's okay. It's different. Don't worry, it's all good. Where is he currently? Is he in my melee
He's
range?
standing straight in front of you. Yeah.
Okay. She's going to use her elemental ability on him.
Okay.
Suplex punch. Suplex punch.
Stupid punch.
Whew. As an action, you can must make a strength saving throw of 14. He'll probably pass that, but
Sorry.
Oh, shit. Actually, no, he didn't.
oh,
I rolled a 1 and a 3. So even with advantage on it, he still failed. I thought he would pass that as well.
well, he's knocked prone
Yep, so he gets sent flying
and 3d10 damage.
as you Kamehameha him.
Kamehameha!
Huh. Oh no.
That's 12 damage.
12 damage, not bad.
Plus, I don't know if it's plus anything. 12 damage. No, just 12 damage. And because he's now prone,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna run up and leap and elbow him in the stomach. I went to say crotch. In the stomach. In the ribs.
You have advantage.
I do. It's not an auto crit though.
No.
14?
That will hit.
5 damage.
5 damage.
Damage.
And that's my turn, I guess.
All right.
Actually,
At that-
can I dance away, or is that
No, you'd have enough movement to get away.
okay?
You're a monk. You've got plenty of movement.
Okay, she's gonna move away from him.
All right. Now, there isn't enough space for you to get completely away from him. He'll still be able to close the distance for you, with you.
Of course, that makes
So
sense.
he jumps up off the ground and just, again, comes running in. And this time he tries to, rather than go for the gauntlets, he's gone for a kick with his boots, trying to get square in your chest. And with you backed up closer to the wall, he's trying to kick you into the railing itself. And he will land another successful hit for another 5 points of damage. but he's looking not great. He's woozy and his attacks are getting more and more wild for every go.
That's okay. For anyone watching Storm, she's bleeding in many places. She spits
Oof.
out some blood. She's looking rough. Like, one more round rough. She's also
Oh,
swaying
no.
and very blurry-eyed. Spits on the ground.
It's your turn.
I know. She is going to try for one last. Or I could be a real asshole.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
How much of an asshole does she want to be?
That's a good question.
The crowd is going wild with this fight. They're enjoying it very much.
Yay.
I wager he probably doesn't have a whole lot of wisdom.
You need a decision.
No, it's a Constitution saving throw. Nah, I won't do that. She's gonna go for one last stand down, and she's going to use her last key point to flurry of blows.
Mhm.
She can't take another hit.
So just going for several quick jabs into his chest.
Yep, 14. Does that hit?
That'll hit.
Okay,
Only 14.
12.
How is that only a +2?
I only have a +2 on Dex.
But you add your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
You're a monk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sorry, it's a +4 then. My apologies. I
Yeah.
was looking at the wrong. I was looking at damage
I was gonna
as.
say there's no way.
I was looking at
mean,
my
even-
damage modifier instead of my attack modifier. Sorry.
That would do
Well,
it.
both of them are successful hits.
Okay. That's cocked. And that's
a
14
third
plus
hit.
4. Okay, so I hit all 3. All right, guys, let's not whiff this.
No
That's 4
whiffing. No
damage.
whiff.
Mm-hmm.
3 damage. That's cocked. Damn it! And 3 damage.
All right. Your first 2 blows collect quickly with his chest, and you see him drop down to a knee for a moment, and you think you've got him, and then he just starts standing back up again,
She's
and
like,
he just
"No!"
spits a bit of
Bam!
blood, and you just crack
Yeah.
down
'Cause
onto
he's an
his
orc.
head.
He's in half orc.
Yes,
Yep.
relentless endurance, but that's not enough when there's a third hit coming in, and he gets cracked on the head and just drops back down to the ground.
And
He
she's
is
huffing and puffing, and like she's like barely standing up, hands on her knees.
not getting back up.
And she's like spitting her own blood and breathing really heavy.
And there's a moment's silence from the crowd before they register that, yeah, he's not getting back up. And then the cheering starts.
And she's just like blood everywhere.
Well done.
I had 5 gold on the cat, by the way.
Okay, so she was at 5 hit points. One more hit and she would have gone down. Because he does a flat 5 every time he punches.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't think I'd win that.
Well done.
But she's tapped out. She's absolutely tapped out.
How have Sam and I done with our racial profiling?
So,
Oh,
okay, make me a
wow.
perception check. As you look
I
through the crowd.
mean,
Wait, yeah, we'll both make one for you.
Ash, while this
Yeah.
this
Yep.
orc is standing underneath me, basically.
He's not standing.
Oh well, lying at my feet. Do I notice anything about him other than being a half orc with gauntlets and boots that are made of metal?
He is a half orc with gauntlets and boots. He's got a nice big belt, but that's about it.
Any defining features like scars or anything like that?
He has plenty of scars. It looks like he's been in many, many fights, and he's probably going to have 1 or 2 new ones from this fight as well.
No, she has soft paws. No scars. She doesn't have claws.
bruises?
Mm.
Plenty of bruises and a few broken ribs, I'd wager.
Hmm.
She did elbow him in the yeah.
You keep going for the crotch.
I know. I
keep
don't know what's
saying
wrong with me. I meant
The answer.
But yes,
Uh,
he's down for the count, and he is carried out of the arena as well and brought over to where Thalai was brought over, and the medicine man checks up on him.
yeah. I
And what was your
genuinely scared.
perceptions?
9.
Oh, okay.
10.
Oh. You have a look through the crowd, but without knowing exactly who you're looking for, I mean, you do not find anyone who matches the description of the bard. And you don't really have a very good description of who his other accomplices are. So for all you know, you could have walked right past them and you wouldn't have realized it. The crowd is a mixture of people, and it makes it very hard to identify anyone.
That's okay.
And none of them seem to be specifically particularly interested in him, just they had some money going on him.
I'm going to. Now that the fight's over, I'm just gonna keep watching him, like from up in this high vantage point. I'm just gonna keep watching him and watch where he goes and who he interacts with, and just observe from a distance.
Mhm.
Like, as I'm watching.
Does the
Yeah, sorry?
announcer come over to Storm and the orc?
The orc's been dragged out of the arena. The announcer does come over to you and goes, "Congratulations on your win. Well fought."
Compensation. I want my
Yes.
compensation.
You'll get a percentage of the cut, don't worry. We
Good.
pay out. As long as you're not disqualified, and seeing as the rules were altered for your fight, then you were not disqualified for this one.
I am no cheater. It's not magic.
I do have to ask, will we be seeing you three back into the arena again for, a rematch? Round 2, see you go toe-to-toe with each other?
I don't
I
know.
assume you're
Ask them.
associated with them.
Ask them. I don't know anything. I am just little cat. Meow.
Mm. Hello?
Stuffy.
It's
Am I?
literally one of her traits. When she doesn't want to deal with a situation, she pretends to be a cat.
Oh yes, yes, that's a funny trait.
Is one of us her manager? Sam, Thalai? Are we supposed to be dealing with
Do I
this?
get a cut of her winnings if I
No,
am?
gonna
it's
say-
mine.
The announcer actually goes over to you, Kovac,
Oh,
and goes, "So, these are your fighters, right?"
these are my associates. Yes, they elected to fight. I chose to sit it out as you forbade magic.
All right. Well, they put up a
Yes.
good fight, and the crowd seems to like them. Are we going to see them back here tomorrow night so that we can get round 2? Get some other fighters into the arena, or maybe get them to go toe-to-toe with each other?
Our business
I
in
want to
town
fight the
is
life!
our business in town is our own. If we are in town long enough to participate, we may return. Otherwise, no promises.
I can't have no promises. I need a yes or a no. I've got to, got to announce it, got to get the crowds in, got to make me some coin.
Well then, to avoid making you a liar, I will say no.
That's disappointing. And that it turns to Thalo and he goes, "Come on, big man. I know you're down for another round. I can see it in your eyes."
We have business to attend to first. Maybe after. So I will have to say no for now.
I reckon you could even give Blight a good go for his money.
Is that the name of the orc?
No. That's our reigning champion.
The orc was called Thogg.
Oh,
Thug,
yeah.
yep.
I know where that name's from a certain webcomic.
Not one that I'm familiar with.
Oh, Order of the Stick?
Oh god, I haven't read that in like 5 years.
Okay, there you go.
We got a
It's still
Shazoo!
going.
Shazoo.
Oh,
Shazoom.
Shazoom. Yay. Yeah, no. As I said, we have duty to tend here first. If I am free afterwards, then I'll come back. I can't make promises.
Disappointed. All right, well, here's your cut of the winnings. And he hands
Yeah, how
you
much do we get each?
he hands you 3 bags each as your cuts.
Well, I
Um,
wouldn't have a cut, would I? Because I lost.
You still get
But you-
a small cut
You find
for,
you got
for
your
joining the
finder's
fight.
fees.
Yeah,
You
you also
remember
get the
'cause you
finder.
found
Oh,
me.
right, and there was the finder fee.
Mhm.
Yeah, I said
Him as
your
well,
name,
yeah,
but
about that, yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
You should be thanking me.
Yes, yes.
On the flip side, no one gets a finder's fee for Storm because the guy at the door was just like, "You're fighting, right?" And she's like, "Sure."
Yeah, Sam was intelligent enough to be like, let's get more money out of this. If it were.
Sam, you get 5 gold pieces, 3 silver pieces, and
Oh.
4 bronze.
Bronze?
So 5 gold,
Copper.
3 silver, and
Bronze,
4
copper.
copper.
It's the same.
Oh,
It's really not. Shouldn't say that.
He's a bit disappointed. He thought it was going to be more, like 50 gold. Oh. Thanks.
Thalai, you get 5 silver.
Yep.
And Storm, you get 4 gold, 3 silver, and 7 copper pieces.
4 gold,
I got
3
the bonus.
silver.
7
And-
copper.
What? You're gonna have to give that number to me again when my D&D Beyond is not crashing.
Yeah, D&D Beyond just
Yeah.
crashed.
Really?
Yeah. I was gonna say mine's
It's-
crashed.
I believe it's playing up tonight.
I'm
Yeah.
keeping mine open.
Yep, my D&D Beyond has crashed.
Yay!
Oh no, it's
I think it's back.
It's an internal server error.
I think the actual server is
Yeah,
down for
no.
it.
It's like D&D, actual D&D Beyond, the website, just decided
Hmm.
to kooky pooky.
Cookie Pookie!
Yeah, pretty much.
You're welcome.
Hold on. I think it's
Wait,
like
alright.
it
I have a
might
little
be
piece of
like
paper here that I can use. How much?
It's
was
alright, we can move on. It's alright, you don't have to worry about it right now. We'll move on.
But no, I want to worry about it. 4 gold, 3 silver,
7 copper.
7 copper.
It's 5 silver for me.
Or I'll forget to ask you later. Oh,
You're welcome,
You
Thalai.
can also just rewatch the video.
Oh yeah, no one has time
It's
for
the
that.
benefit. Wow. Don't tell the
Oof.
audience that. Audience, make time for it. There's always
mean-
time.
I say that, but I do actually listen to our podcasts in the car,
Disappointing.
and I'm one of our very few viewers on YouTube.
The crowd starts to quiet down now that the fights are over, and a few people from the crowd kind of step in and have little spars against each other, but they're not any announced fights or anything. It's more just them having a little go because they're probably a little bit too drunk. And apparently that seems to be allowed in this place. They don't seem to mind as long as you're paying for drinks and food. They don't care. You do get a few people coming over and congratulating you on the fights.
Hmm.
And Thalai, you actually have Katia come over
Oh, okay.
and offer you an ale and a healing potion.
I will accept both graciously and say thank you.
She looks you up and down and she goes, "You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. Next time I might not give you that opening, though."
I was going to say I only got lucky because you got a little bit cocky. But you made up for it.
It's not
pretty
cocky.
quick.
You gotta make the oomph. You gotta get a crowd going here. It's how we make our living.
I've never fought for crowds before. Only for my own life and the life of others around me. Guess that makes a bit of a difference.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how I started out as well. I started out on the streets, but once I realized I was good at it and could get some money out of it, well, You know, it's better than a life of crime.
Oh, of course. Well, it gets me in armor and armed with weapons. I'll show you a fight. Not really good with my fists, so.
Yeah, that's not a fight I'd take. I think you'd have me there.
You fought well. You should be proud of your victory.
Well, if you ever want a rematch, I'm always here.
I'll remember that. Thank you.
And she kind of gives you a little sly smile as she walks off.
Does Storm witness this conversation?
Yeah, you would witness it.
Storm says to Thalai, like leans in and goes, "Why do people always give you that look?"
I don't know. I don't understand it.
He's very attractive.
It's kind of creepy.
But-
Wait, what does that look have to do with him being attractive? Are you considered
But-
attractive, Thalai?
I don't think so. I'm not exactly good looking. At least that's what they said back in the tribe.
A lot of women in this kind of society are attracted to strength and well-built bodies. It's some kind of primal fallback to having someone to protect.
Oh my gosh, you're
Storm
philosophizing
just
it.
like stands
course,
back and
Kovac
like
would go
looks at him like,
You know, pans out.
okay, if I were to speak objectively speaking, I think I understand, but you're lacking a few things for me. Like tail and ears. And
Oh,
fur. I
intelligent.
like lots of fur.
I was going to say, I don't think Kovac knows what she's talking about here. These women to me. And I'll just finish the ale and
You all look like naked rats to me, to be perfectly honest. So, I mean,
I mean, to be fair, Goliaths are entirely hairless. Vidalkin are mostly hairless. So you're not wrong.
no, you're really not in that comparison.
I mean, Storm basically came from a fluffy village, so you know,
Mhm.
everyone's fluffy there. Okay, moving on.
Oh, God.
So it has gotten to a bit later in the afternoon. It's not nighttime yet. It's the sun's just starting to set. So the taverns are starting to fill up more with the afternoon crowd and those who have finished their day of purchasing or selling or trading, or in some cases pickpocketing, and starting to make their way into the taverns to order a round of drinks and enjoy some festivities.
I'm still observing the orc, by the way, Ash.
Oh, he got dragged off. Oh, wait.
He got dragged off to the same place that Thalai was dragged off to see the healer, and once the healer checked him over, he's just kind of sat there for a bit. You imagine he's probably just resting up a little
Yeah.
bit before he decides where to go from there.
Storm will actually buy him a drink once she sees that he's up and sort of like conscious again. And she'll
Mhm.
sorry, yep.
No, go on.
And she'll just go up to the bartender and be, "Bartender, I need drink."
What's your poison?
I don't do poison. I also don't drink alcohol. It's not for me. It's for that fella over there.
Oh, yep, I know what he'd be drinking. All right, 3 copper.
Okay. Boink.
And he slides over a very tall, large, quite strong smelling ale to you.
Oh, this smells disgusting. You drink this?
I definitely don't, but the orcs seem to love that shit.
Oh,
D&D Beyond's back up, by the way, folks.
awesome. Okay. Thank you very much. I might be back for some milk. And she just picks it up and takes it over to him, carrying it out
And-
kind of like this.
I'm going to eavesdrop on the conversation.
Are you attempting to do so stealthily?
I'm not trying to be like hidden. I'm just like if
Maybe.
if there's like a wall at the edge of the arena, I'm just like, oh, I'm just hanging out. I've cracked a book. I'm like, I'm like standing back up against the arena wall, book open, pretending to read, but also just listening.
Alright, I'll get you to make me a stealth check anyways.
14.
Okay.
Storm
Yeah.
notices.
Yeah, Storm notices.
Mm-hmm.
Thogg does not.
That's good.
He's too busy sporting his sore ribs. And he's just kind of leaning over a little bit, looking at the ground, looking a little bit worse for wear.
She like kicks his foot gently and then hands out the drink to him.
He kind of looks up for a moment and he goes, takes it, and downs it in one go, just slowly gulping, and then puts the cup down on the floor.
You
Yeah.
fought good today. You almost kicked me on my ass. It's been a long time since someone's done that.
You fought bloody good yourself. It's been a while since someone has put me on my ass.
Where are you from? You're really big and fight really well.
I travel around a lot. Go from town to town and, get into as many fights as I can.
Oh, is that where you learn to fight while travel?
No, I learned to fight back, with my parents. But things didn't go so well there, so I decided to hit the road and joined up with some mercenaries and then traveled around a bit, moved on from them, took up some positions as guards and bodyguards, and, found that nowhere really suited me, so moved around a lot. How about yourself? Brings
Oh.
you in.
Me too, actually. I didn't exactly fit in at home. They tried to teach me, be a good fighter, do things like everyone else, and I was like, that's just boring. So I did fighting my way. And apparently that was against the rules, and I got in a lot of trouble. And then somehow I end up in ocean and across the land somewhere else in strange place, and then lady come find me and she teach me to fight like everybody else. And then I've been traveling around learning about this place since.
Gonna say I ain't seen fighting like you, other than that Cardia.
Oh yeah, she fights like the monks back home, kind of. Very similar, but not quite same.
Never been all into that whole martial arts kind of thing. I prefer to just put my fist through things.
Well, it seems to be very effective. Your punches, really hurt. They pack what is phrase? Pack a punch. No, wait, a wrong expression.
At that, he kind of just looks them over and he goes, "Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's mostly a facade. It's all thanks to these beauties." And he kind of claps his gauntlets together a little bit and gives one a little kiss. And he's like, "I was always a bit of a run to the family."
Oh, me too. And she does this with her hands, and no claws come out. So she makes the cat thing of no claws coming out. She's like, me too.
The flexing, yeah.
Yeah, the
And
flexing.
he kind of looks and just keeps staring as if expecting something to happen.
There is no
You
claws.
imagine? Your people have claws?
Oh, I
I ain't
guess-
never seen one like you.
Oh, yeah, my people have claws. All of them have claws, except for me. I don't. My hands are all just soft and fluffy. My paws, I mean. So I learned to do this instead. And she just and pulls a flame out of her hand.
He kind of calls a bit and he goes, "Well, that's pretty cool. So you know magic then?"
And she not really. I just know how to touch element. No, touch is the wrong word. Grab element. Is this expression make sense?
And he kind of you can almost see the cogs in his head moving. He's straining to try and think. And he's like
Like this. And
yes.
she'll,
And you can tell he means definitely not.
she makes some more motions, and a little bit of dirt or sand, loose sand off the ground, just comes kicking up, and you can see it make shapes through the air as it follows her hand.
He looks over and he's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie."
It's not very useful, but it's fun.
I've never been one for all that magic stuff, but if it's not magic, that's pretty interesting. I'd love to learn that.
Well, I don't know. I have not met anyone else that can do the same thing, and I can't do the same thing like my magic friend. So, I don't think it magic. I think it just like touching the earth and making it do thing for you. You know, like making friends and saying, "Hey, do you mind just moving over there for me, please? Thank you." And it does it. This is Storm 101, teaching people how to magic.
I'm just watching Rory like hard
Pick up the
killing
book
right
upside
now.
down.
Like read. No, it's like reading, and it's like every now and then it's like, huh? What? No, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Like I can see the hard skilling happening right here. This person
Method acting.
is method acting, and I am here for the extraness. I am just too fucking tired to do it myself.
He's kind of looking very excited, just like, oh yeah, some of my current employment's capable of doing stuff like that. Not like that though, but like I can do all the magic and stuff.
Oh, really? Oh, so you're oh, that must be kind of nice, getting paid to go places.
Nah, I mean it's good to get paid, but most of the time you're dealing with some dipshits, really.
Oh, that kind of sucks. I don't really seem to get along with people very well. They kind of think I'm strange.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Most people, you know, they look at me and go, orc, oh, it's hideous. I don't see the human side of it either. I suppose I don't really portray it that much, so I don't really blame them. But
My heart.
You don't look any uglier to me than anyone else in here, so you can't be that bad.
it's a heritage thing. Orcs are brutish, and people don't really trust them all that much.
Oh,
So I definitely help the cause by punching the crap out of people for money. Definitely helping the cause there.
fair enough. I mean, if everyone was going to be rude to me, I would probably do the same thing. Not going to lie, I have done some really petty things. I once pooped on someone's bed.
At that, he just laughs. It's like, I wouldn't mind doing that to some of the merchants I have to go around. They're always like, oh, protect me from this, and someone's going to rob me there. Who gives a crap? As long as they pay me, I don't care.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. At least you're getting compensated. You should always be compensated for your work.
That's right. Amen to that.
Well,
How about a round on me? You got me one, I'll get you one.
no. It's okay. I don't drink whatever that is. I only drink milk.
All right, I'll get you a round of milk then. I ain't one to
Okay.
mince words. What's your name, anyways? I mean, obviously, Kitty Softpaws ain't a name.
You can call
Or
me
is it?
Storm. No, it's my nickname. Well,
Uh.
kind of. I thought it was a funny fighter name. So, you know.
Storm hears an audible face palm.
I am Storm. It's pleasure to meet you. What is your name?
I couldn't think of anything original, so my name is actually Thogg.
Oh, it's pleasure to meet
Oh.
you, Thogg. And she shakes his hand.
And he reaches out with the big gauntleted hand, and you can tell he's trying to be gentle, but he still kind of like crushes a little bit the hand in his grip. He's got a very firm grip.
She takes it, winces a little, takes it. Ugh.
Goes, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Are you going to be in the town for long?
Yeah, I think so. I think my current employment's got a bit of business here.
That's...
So I'll probably be down here in the pits for the few nights and before we move out.
Oh, well, if
That or I'll find other employment. If someone else pays better, I don't care.
Well, if we happen to find our way back here tomorrow night, we will say hello, and I will consider you a friend.
Right, you are.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna rematch you though, if that's all right.
Oh no, that's okay. I would feel bad.
I gotta actually make a living off this stuff.
Oh,
And you put me right on my ass.
Yeah, sorry about that. I really thought you were going to kick my ass, though. Like, really. Like, you have no idea. If you had have gotten even one more punch in, I was ready to pass out. I mean, actually, I don't know how I'm still standing right now, to be perfectly honest. I'm like, a small breeze could, like, knock me over right now. Don't beat yourself up. You did really good. I'm not joking. Really, I'm not. My head is killing me right now.
I'll take the compliment where it's paid out.
Yeah. Okay, but I should probably go. No, let's get that drink, and then I will go. Yeah.
All right, and he goes over with you to the bar and orders you a milk and another stein for himself.
The theories are processing. The theories are processing.
I can see Rory's mind just
Right.
calculating.
So, in case anyone was wondering, Storm is oblivious, has not paid any attention to who they're meant to be looking for other than a bard, and doesn't realize she's made friends possibly with the enemy.
Everything I've heard so far does not eliminate him as a suspect.
It's fair.
So
Subversion is possibly the name of the game here.
he could absolutely be a red herring, but currently he's our only lead. So I'm going to follow it up.
Not that we know, unless you were literally there listening in to him. I was not.
I was listening. I was there the entire time, eavesdropping with my book, pretending to read while I listened.
That's fair.
One last question
Sam
Storm will ask is how much he's getting paid to do his current job.
It depends if they survive or not, and how well I do, I guess.
What is the going rate for hiring a scary muscle person that can defend big and good like you?
It's 5 gold a week.
Really? Only 5 gold? Oh.
What do you mean only 5 gold? 5 gold's a lot of money.
Yeah, we
I
have
was gonna say,
really
like,
big standards.
Gold is worth a lot to the average person. We're just inflated
You
because
remember,
we're
Storm doesn't understand your currency very well,
Yeah,
or the
at
value
all.
of your money. She doesn't come
Actually,
from
yeah.
the-
The Lion Storm wouldn't really understand how much a gold's actually worth because we've
Mhm.
only ever seen gold.
Sam
Xel'nari.
knows.
Sam's
God.
very well aware of how
Sam
much.
is
gold is worth.
very well aware.
Is
It's
that
like,
a lot?
that's why I was like, oh, that's not a lot.
Is that a lot of money, or is it not a lot?
5 gold allows me to live a bit of a lavish lifestyle. I've been enjoying it. Though I don't normally get paid this much. These guys are offering a lot. And at that, he kind of just like stops for a moment and goes, I probably said too much. They did pay me to shut up as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I don't want to get you in trouble. I won't ask any more questions. I was just curious because, like, I'm kind of broke. I only have the money that I made from the fight tonight. I was wondering what would be a good income, I've been told that money is really important for me to live. But where I come from, we don't really use gold and silver and copper. Copper is copper, right?
Yeah. If you head for a place where they don't really care about coin, then you should go back there. That's my advice to you. Everything around this place just revolves around coin. Got to pay for this, that. No such thing as living a free life.
I haven't figured
Not
out.
unless you got the skills for it.
I haven't figured out how to get back yet. I didn't. Well, it was a rough trip leaving, and it was. I went back there and it wasn't there anymore, so I don't know where to go.
He kind of just looks confused for a moment. Is it? Are you sure you went to the right place?
I thought I did, but apparently not. So now I am just lost. So I'm doing my best to just keep going in this place. It's strange.
He kind of looks around a little bit, and then he's like, "Hey, you ever thought of mercenary work?
No, what?
With your kind of skills, I reckon you'd do pretty good."
Oh, does a mercenary do?
It's what I do. You get hired out for jobs, mostly protection stuff. I mean, well, I ain't gonna lie to you, dealing with these merchants, it ain't fun, but pays pretty good, and you get to travel around a bit. Maybe you'll find this place you're looking for.
I don't know. If they're anything like the ugly old lady that we dealt with earlier today, she had really big boobs. It was kind of creepy. They were too big for her head. Like, they were too big. I don't understand how she, like, keep going. She was so rude. So rude. She told me to get out because I was a cat.
Yeah, you get that a lot around here. The good thing is when you look like an oddball, then they kind of hire more.
Really? Oh, my job opportunities just went up, huh?
If you want, I could talk to my employer.
Oh. No, I don't want to take your job away from you. That wouldn't be nice. You deserve all of the coin you can get.
I'll take you in under my wing and I'll teach you how to do it.
Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed.
What you mean? You're
Well-
a free spirit. You can do what you want.
Oh, he's got a good point. You know what? I will come and find you tomorrow and let you know how I feel.
All right. Well, I'll probably be back in here around about the same time.
Okay, sounds like a deal. It has
All
been...
right, Storm. A pleasure.
Indeed it has. A pleasure to meet you too. Yeah.
Squeeze.
She's like, ugh. Okay.
At 1 hit point
Glug.
she has gone.
Oh, she's on 5 hit points.
No, I'm on the 1 hit point.
Oh, you're the one.
And Storm's gonna, like, totter away back to the party.
I like the mental image that there's that after they moved to the bar, there was like a conspicuous corner that Kovac was like behind, and as soon as Storm passes it, an arm just comes out and goes whoop, and just pulls her in around his corner, and
Grab.
Oh, Kovac, I really didn't know you were there. Nope, not at all.
accept his offer.
What do you mean, accept his offer?
He is currently a suspect in our investigation. If you go and meet his employer, we may find the bard.
Oh, I forgot why we were... I forgot why we were here. Oh yeah, we are looking for a bard.
If you recall, the rabbit folk mentioned a large orcish-looking individual traveling with them. It's possible he could just be there for security and might just be an accessory to all this. However, if you accept his offer, he may lead us to them. If he leads you somewhere else, then we can move on. If he just say yes to either find the person we're looking for or eliminate him as a suspect, okay?
You are really rude. Are you also being racist?
I was being initially racist, but everything I overheard confirmed my suspicions.
Well, at least you admit it. Jeez.
Yes, I'm self-aware enough to know that I was profiling, but we are grasping at straws here. Haven't got a lot to go on, so I'm going to use what I can get.
Uh-oh.
I am ashamed of you, Kovac, says Sam as he drinks his milk.
Damn, we have a job to do.
I was also doing the exact same thing, it's fine.
I didn't see you either.
I was just making a new friend. Jeez.
Yes, and you and you were doing a wonderful job. Excellent work.
We use friends to our advantage, as my father would say.
I don't like your
You can see
father.
Sam's... Yeah, you think I do?
Then why would you tell me to do something that he does?
Sarcasm is lost on this
I was gonna say, she's got you there.
one.
And yes, sarcasm is lost on her.
So, you promised to return in the morning and take him up on his offer?
Oh, I said tomorrow. I can go back
Yes.
over there now. Oh, wait 1 second, I'll come back. And she just like
It
runs
might be
back over.
no.
She
Gonna-
runs back over to him. Grab-
Immediately in her head, she'll be like, "Stop!
She's just like, Meow.
Come back!"
Backing
In
up,
her head.
backing up, backing up. backing up.
It's probably the most like like oof Sam's ever been. It's like
Yoink.
then your head is like, it will be suspicious if you immediately go back on what you said. We'll leave it till tomorrow. Your original plan.
What they said.
Okay. And
In
then
Storm's
she runs
head,
off.
she's like, how does Kovac hear what I'm saying in your head?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so that was still in the head, sorry.
Never mind.
So
I'll
Thogg
do
just,
something
runs
like-
off.
I'll do something like this if it's
Hmm.
like in the head. Sam's not doing this. I'm doing this as a prompt.
That's good to know.
Storm will instead
Oh,
run off
God.
and go and grab
why?
her things.
They are 20 feet away from me on the Tenz's floating disc.
Yes, and she will go and grab it. Or at the very least, she doesn't care much about her other belongings per se, but she definitely goes and grabs her scroll case and her compass.
Oh, those would have been kept on my person, so I just hand them back over.
So you just see her stop, back up with her ears down, as if she just got in trouble, and go, okay, and then run back to you.
It took a while for her to hear me, but that's impressive. Okay, I hand
Yep,
over the phone.
all on you, buddy. All on you. Sam just starts sipping his milk.
Where's the lie? He must be hurting. I imagine we should find some way to rest.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I have a broken rib.
Yeah. Do I
Eli-
spot? Oh, sorry, Karen.
I was to say, for those wondering, Eli's just been staring at the table, slowly drinking ale he was given,
Oof.
looking pretty disappointed in himself.
We should go and comfort him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
let's go
Uh,
there.
As I move around, we're going towards the lie. Do I spot the Dragonborn that I fought against?
Yeah, he's mingled in with the crowd, having a drink with a few other patrons.
Okay, that's cool. Neat. How do they look? How are they faring? Not just like damage, but like pride.
He looks like he's wearing it fairly well, or at least he's putting on a good facade of it.
Okay. I was gonna do a thing, but he's with too many people, and someone's like, no, gross.
Ew, people.
Yeah. Sam will probably buy a drink and send it down towards the Dragonborn. Whatever the Dragonborn is drinking, Sam will send like 1 or 2 down their way. I was gonna try and palm him off like 5 silver, but I don't want to do it in like a public. It's like, nah, too many people. See me do something nice. Ugh, gross. So yeah, it'll just be, yeah, 2 drinks sent down to him from S.
As you watch over, and as you see the first drink get to him, he stands up and like looks up over the crowd, and you can see he looks angry. And he's looking around the crowd. Does he see you? Because you are tiny.
Oh, I'm small. No, no, please no.
You
He
are
does
gonna
not see you.
He's not
You
gonna
are
see
hidden
in
amongst the crowd. He's just looking around, and he can't see you for a bit. But he just holds up the drink and looks around again, and then just tips it onto the table and throws it down on the ground, and then just gets up and starts walking away.
Oh, I wonder if the dwarf was his friend and told him what happened, and I'm in trouble. Okay, Sam ain't doing this no more. Sam should not fight again. Just realize that Sam should not fight here again, because he will not turn into the same giant panther potentially. We're not going to go through that again. Okay, I just do the 1 drink then. It's like, okay, I'm not going to spend all my money on
He storms off out of there, and you see shortly afterwards a dwarf and a human follow.
Okay, Sam has no idea. So I was like, what the fuck was that? Because none of us have any idea we knew about the dwarf sort of situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, yes, that sounds literally like, ungrateful cunt.
Oh, don't hear that word much amongst people who aren't Australian, but oh,
Always very prominent in the English language.
Oh, is it? Fair
Here in
enough.
the UK. Very prominent.
I was going to say the difference is that they use it primarily as an insult. We also use it as a greeting.
Fair. We do. It's so true.
Australia's so messed up.
Yeah.
But,
Welcome to
yeah.
Australia.
I'm gonna like slide up next to Thalai and just like unstrap my water skin full of wine slurry and just like slide it across the table to him and say, "How are you feeling?"
Storm puts the rest, the
Oh.
very little that's left of her platter in front of him as well.
I'll be fine. And he just picks up the skin and just places it back in you, Kovac.
Oh, I was hoping you would drink some. I don't want any.
I smelt from the other side of the table what you put in there. That does not smell good. No, thank you.
It was 10 cans of wine.
Yes, but you don't mix them. What were you thinking?
I was thinking
It's just an alcoholic mess in there.
I was thinking I was in a hurry, and it made Sam smile. So,
Well, yeah, I'm not drinking that shit because it's shit.
okay.
It's
as you're-
alcoholic shit.
As you're talking, a bartender comes over with a glass pint and places it in front of you and goes, "A gift from your opponent." Here she applauds your fighting style.
Oh, second one from her. Well, okay then. I'm not going to say. And I'll just see if I can see her anywhere.
You do not see her in there at all.
Ah,
I mean,
and
you
I'll
can roll
just
perception if you want to try and find her in the crowd.
yeah.
She's not obviously visible.
Oh well, that's a nat 20 for a total of 24.
You spend a moment scanning the crowd, and you are fairly confident she is not here.
Sam's immediately weirdly suspicious, so I'm just going to not ritual cast, but quickly going to pop to detect poison and disease. I
Well-
can't help it.
Cheers, and I start to drink it.
Hold on.
Nope, I'm drinking it.
Yeah, detect
You do not
just
detect poisons.
minimum.
I mean, other than whatever the concoction
usual,
is that
yeah,
Kovac
that's
has made,
fine.
that's probably a poison now.
It's just 10 wines. It just did not taste very nice. It's not poison.
It's pure undiluted acid.
No, I have 5 vials of that I'm carrying around on purpose. The wine should be fine.
Yeah, it's just after seeing what happened with the Dragonborn, Sam's a little on edge. So just like anything weird seems to be happening.
As you're looking over, though, you notice that there is a piece of card attached to the bottom of the drink.
I'll keep drinking it and then just slip the card out.
Oh,
from
you haven't noticed yet as you're
I
drinking.
bet you
Oh,
don't
I
have
haven't.
good taste, so you
Oh,
probably
sorry,
fit
Sam
it
was
in
the
like
one
a
who was
small-
noticed it. Sam is the
Like-
one looking at the bottom of it, trying to look for the poison.
Yes, my wily halfling ways have cast. There's a piece of card on your thing.
Does Storm's passive perception get her to see it as well? She's just like watching the
Probably not.
Really?
Not unless you were like specifically looking at the
She was
the
watching
glass.
the live, not looking at the cup, but the cup's in front of
I'm
his
looking at the
face.
cup. Yeah, I grab the card off. No, I can't. I be like Kovac card. Sam can't reach.
I look up and I use telekinesis to just like pluck the card off the mug and float it down to Sam.
Yeah, that's it. That was in your head. I said it as well. Sorry.
Okay. So you have the card now.
I read it. Detect poison disease goes for another 10 minutes. I'm just saying.
I prepared explosive prints this morning.
Oh, it's the meat. It's all in the meat. It's called salmonella. But it's
card-
chicken, not salmon.
The card simply says, "You and your lot fight well. If you want a better fight with more earnings, come to the Wild Quill."
Ooh, that's another tavern on our list.
That's one of the
Dodgy
nice
ones.
The dodgy one.
No, it's one of the dodgy ones.
So yeah, because you got mad that it had the name of a quill in it.
Yeah, I did. I was like, Quill, dodgy? How dare they?
Yep. Yep.
Books are not evil. Books are not evil.
The people who use them are.
Books are
I'm
tools.
sorry, but some of those tomes are really good bludgeoning tools.
Oh, I know.
Having had a thesaurus thrown at my head, I can
Where's my
attest to that.
biggest book?
I was gonna say they'd make a great scratching post, but she doesn't have claws.
Oh, I know. I'm very aware.
It's a nice solid thunk.
It's one of 3 dictionaries.
It's about the same size as the book that was thrown at my head too.
Oh dear.
Oh
Yay.
god.
Yay for high
that's,
school days.
I can't say I had a book thrown at me, but I've definitely had a chair thrown at me.
I've not had that. I've just had a cricket back to the back of the legs.
Jesus.
Ow.
All boys school. People are dumb. Luckily, I literally walked it off. They hit. I just turned around and like, oh, okay. Internally, I'm going,
As
So-
you do.
suppress it.
So,
Suppress it.
so Sam, as you're reading the cards, like you can probably feel Kovac's breath over your shoulder as she is like bent down and is reading the card as well over your shoulder.
Did you want to read the card, Kovac?
Already done.
Just kind of. Okay. Good.
I will take it though and show it to Thalai, and I'm guessing it has like a ring of like moisture on it from being under the mug.
Yeah.
I'll go Thalai. She's into you.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I'll pass it over and say.
I insight check the lie with that.
Storm is, although she's offered the rest of her platter to Thalai, is trying to sneakily also steal food off it. Still.
Eli has not touched the platter. He's not even.
I rolled a 13.
The lie is being genuine.
Oh.
Well, regardless, just read the card. We've been invited to another tavern for more fights.
Yeah. At another place, maybe later today. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Don't know why they'd want me. You two definitely deserve to go there.
What are you talking about, Thalai? You are an amazing fighter.
No, I had some grateful assistance. I don't think I'll be wanting to do that trick again.
No,
Mm,
I thought I was out. If you'd rather, I not.
Oh, inconsistencies and consistent. You know what? Too much brain power, too much thinking. Just want to punch.
All right. I mean,
What are you even talking about?
We'll never mind.
Thalai, you were put out of your element by entering a fight in fisticuffs when, as you said yourself, you're trying to fight in armor with weapons. It's not shameful to have lost here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could beat me any day with a sword. Maybe
Doesn't matter.
maybe not a long sword. No, I mean maybe not a short sword, but maybe with a long sword or two-hand sword. I can't do that.
Also, judging by doing this kind of quietly and hush hush, to make sure no one's really paying attention to what's happening with them. Some's like, this is more money. There's probably going to be no bar hold or whatever you call it,
And perhaps I could take part as well. If it says more cash, perhaps more is on the table. You could wear your armor and use weapons. I could use my magic and take part as well.
Although
She saw your potential,
I'm
and
not,
we've seen way more than that.
I'm not going
We've
to
seen you
engage in
naked.
any more fights today. I'm just going to say that I really hurt and I'm kind of tapped out. Oh wait, there is one thing I can still do.
Oh, please don't.
And she makes the platter in front of her levitate. Okay,
Well,
now
you
I
can't-
tap out. And it's just levitating in front of her. And she's just eating off it.
don't even know if it was her though. She's no in this town.
Perhaps she left this tavern to go to the other one. The Wild Quill, it says.
Mm. Do we even have a place to stay while we're here?
I could probably find us somewhere to crash in the barracks of the guardhouse if they're feeling generous. Otherwise,
Jeez. Speaking of the guardhouse, how is the guard going that's been escorting us this entire time?
Oh
Jacob.
yeah.
So, now that you actually remember that he exists, he was enjoying watching the fights and just kind of enjoying the fact that it wasn't just follow people around and do some investigating. He's enjoying
We're
the fact that,
interesting.
yeah, it was not just guard duty for him. He got to actually sit down and enjoy some fights, and so he's been betting and stuff, and he's getting a little bit drunk with some of the patrons of the tavern.
Hey, Odie.
Not doing
oh,
not doing a very good job of upholding his job, but he is in the tavern, and he is currently getting a little bit plastered.
For the rest of you,
Nice.
filling you in, Odie just redeemed a hydrate. So you can thank him now.
I have no drinks, so
well,
I'm paying.
one,
Oh, what's this? We're gonna have to go get drinks. Oh no, what a shame.
I was going to say we are going to go
Two.
for a break shortly. I just wanted to find out if you guys were where you were getting your lodging for the night.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's a very good point. We
It-
got a
it's-
feeling we might also be able to. So I'm saying this out loud. If we go back to the very large bosom lady, I might be able to get abodes.
I
That
don't
would
want to go
be
there.
expensive.
Yeah, but
she was
she
on.
kind of
No.
likes my family's
I will only
dealing.
go back there if I can
Oh.
punch her in the face.
Okay, we're not going there.
The first place we went, the Emerald Centipede seemed busy, like more modest, but also more reputable. I think we might be a bit safer there.
I think we'll need to drop off at escort though. He
He is. That is very unprofessional of him.
to be fair, we also kind of forgot about him and just left him instead of having him help us.
What's
I
wrong?
was
He's having a
get-
good time. I don't see what the problem is.
And I was getting directions from him
I
all day.
mean, lesser restoration won't fix him. I need to remove poisons and disease, I think. Well, would actually lesser restoration in this world help you kind of like sober up?
It might
Well, have a
little
look
bit.
what conditions. I was gonna say, have a look what conditions it.
It's blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I think
So-
you'd still have a bit of the hangover, but I think you might. It's a quick fix, not a great fix.
yeah, that's fine. So I don't want him to get into trouble with the other guards for getting drunk on the job.
Mm-hmm. So
Hmm.
if we don't want to spend money, we could crash at the barracks. Otherwise, there's some options. I'm open to either one.
Oh, why don't we just ask Drunky McDrunk's face?
Hey, Jacob.
He's right next to us.
No,
No,
he's not.
he's not. He's across the tavern getting
I
drunk.
thought we'd moved over during this. Sorry.
I mean, you can move over to him
Yeah.
and call it. It's like, oh shit. I gotta go, lads. But and he just finished off with the rest of his pint, and then, all right, where to next? And he's kind of like
It's,
barely standing upright, slightly like on a lean.
it's getting late. Our comrades are weary from their fights, and we are seeking accommodation. Can we crash at the barracks?
Actually, is it late? What time is it?
The sun has gone down.
Okay, okay.
In the time you've been talking, the sun would have only just finished going down, probably. A little bit
These
more
were
than
some
that. So
I
afternoon
thought it was
calls.
to like mid. I thought it was like afternoon to midday. That's why I was like, what actual time?
no,
is
you're
this?
closer to getting close to 9.
We've been
That's
here for a while,
Yeah.
like all afternoon and evening.
So can we crash at the barracks? And I imagine, can we walk you back there since you're a little deep in your cups?
Kind of looks around. He's like, shit. Yeah. You guys will be able to crash. Gonna be in trouble.
Wait, why are you going to be in trouble?
Not meant to drink when in uniform.
Well, we won't
You know
tell
what,
if you don't tell.
Yeah. That's a good one. You guys go ahead. I'm gonna get changed and then catch up with you. Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I gotta be off duty, and if the boss catches me like this, I don't want another suspension.
Another? Dear.
Meat?
Hmm?
Meat? She's still floating the platter in front of her.
No. That'll
Okay.
probably just end up on the floor.
Okay, you get changed, and then we all 5 of us will walk back to the keep.
That's right, boss. And he kind of just stumbles off outside.
Outside?
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow him. Don't leave a drunken idiot staggering around unsupervised. That's not sporting.
Storm's just tottering
Um,
along.
You follow along, and he stumbles off to a corner behind some boxes, and he kind of looks over like, getting the peek, eh?
You're very, very drunk. I'm not going to allow you to pass out and have us lose sight of you.
I'll be right. Turn around then.
Okay.
Unless you want to watch. He gives you like
Thank
a
you.
really drunken wink.
I look visibly uncomfortable.
Can Storm heat up the air in like a 1-foot cube to make like a smoke screen?
No, I don't think you'd be able to accomplish that.
No, like just you know how it gets kind of the air gets blurry when it is heat?
Yeah, that would require a decent amount of heat, unfortunately.
Hmm.
I don't think you'd be able to generate that with your ability.
I just turn around and keep on listening for the sound of like a drunken idiot falling over.
He gets himself changed slowly, but eventually, and then makes his way back out. And it's like, all right, come on, lads, this way, and starts leading you out towards.
Sam's put on his gear just to make it easier on the disc, and the disc is going to go soon anyway.
I mean, yes, Storm will put all her stuff back on.
And then Sam holds out a hand as if very carefully and goes, "The baby, please." The bottle, the wine, the bottle on.
I pull out the wine bottle and I very gingerly rest it in your grasp.
Ah, precious cargo. Money for daddy. He doesn't say that. They don't say that. That's just weird.
You make it back to the guardhouse, and he kind of slips you in the back gate, and kind of, even though he's now out of uniform, he's just like looking around. He's like, all right, we're all good. We're all good. And he leads you into the barracks. He's like, you guys can have, this is the spare barracks for the militia and training, which we don't have any of that. So you can have it. I'm gonna head back to my bunk.
Okay.
Were you going to cast restoration on him?
Because we managed to get here and everything's now fine. Now he's technically off duty. Nah, he's alright. He can enjoy this. I'm gonna let him have this one.
All right, and then we will go to a break, and you'll wake up in the morning. So we'll go to a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be back soon.
Oh boy!
Okay.
All right, be back in 10, guys.
Back in a bit.
Hello.
Hello, and we're back.
Hello.
Heyo.
And I have ice
Hi.
cream. I'm happy.
I
I
have
have-
snacks. No.
Fried seaweed thing. Good.
I'm regretting my lack of snackage.
I didn't get a drink. Oh, I'm so dumb.
So, for those of you who may have just joined us, if you were not here before the break, we have been pit fighting, and there's been some successes, some fails, and some new friendships made as well, potentially,
Stop
as well
it,
as a
Frank!
job offering,
Oh yeah.
which could lead to more information potentially. And you are now waking up at the guardhouse, fresh and early in the morning, having well rested. So please make sure you take your long rest if you need it. And we're taking it from the morning.
Long rest. I'm gonna change one of my spells. Why do I not prepare? Oh, this part.
You find yourself waking up in the
Welcome back,
guardhouse, the initiates barracks, as it was called the night before. To Captain Reese standing at the door, just kind of leaning against it, going, "You Xel'nari really do make yourselves at home."
Oh, no.
I sit bolt upright, go, oh, good morning. I will like cast from prestidigitation. Hair is perfect. Cast it again. Bed is made perfectly. Just like so used to being like awoken abruptly in a guard position that just like wake up, look good, clean bed, salute, and then go, oh, I'm not beholden to you at all.
Can I presume that Storm is already out and doing laps of the place? Or is it too early
No.
for even that?
He would have been here before you.
Okay.
Woke
In
up.
that case, she is curled up.
Our
Mhm.
apologies for making ourselves comfortable. We were at a loss for where to stay after yesterday evening, and your man Jacob assured us this would be fine.
I bet he did. I bet he'll be enjoying that decision and his suspension too.
He's been suspended.
Mm-hmm.
What reason?
I found him unconscious about half a block from his bunk.
Oh
Maybe I
dear.
should've- Maybe I should have sobered him up. Oh.
So, how to explain?
It is literally impossible for Kovac to lie to like a guard captain in this kind of context. She says, we were visiting various taverns in the course of our investigation. As part of our investigation, Storm was ingratiating herself with a suspect, which involved taking part in some fights. I believe Jacob may have enjoyed himself while that was occurring.
Mm-hmm. Get anywhere on your investigation?
Yes, we have a lead. We shall be returning to the cave this morning to follow up with a potential suspect who may be leading us to his employer. And that employer might be the person we're looking for.
Well, at least you got something out of it, I guess.
Indeed.
I'm sure you can make do without an escort today, then.
Yes.
Don't want to have any more of my men turning up unconscious in the guard barracks,
Thanks to
making
Jacob.
a shameful display of their position.
Thanks to Jacob, we have a very good understanding of the lay of the land. He seems quite accustomed with his beat.
Right then. I'll leave you lot to it. The faster you solve it, the faster you're out of here.
Thank you for your assistance, Captain.
That he just kind of, and a bit of smoke comes from his nostrils.
Is anybody around me awake?
Sam is.
You're just like curled up under the sheets, actually snacking as Sam as well.
Yep. Yeah.
If you pay enough attention to Storm, her ears are twitching, so she's clearly listening, but she hasn't moved an inch.
I look over to Sam and say, welcome may be very rapidly wearing out here. We best find who we're looking for and fast. Now, I woke up Thalai last time. It's your turn.
In Thalai's head. Get up!
I'm asleep, which means my mind isn't currently conscious. Would I register a mental message, DM?
What is Thalai dreaming about at the moment?
I don't know. It's probably actually thinking about all the horrible stuff that's happened to him over the last couple of days.
So you're in the fighting ring, being punched about, not doing too well in your fight, being beaten to the ground, and then hearing from the crowd, "Get up, Thalai! Get up!" And it's slowly changing from a random voice in the crowd to Sam's voice. It's going, "Get up!"
Well, I'm thinking it's still in the dream. I'm going to start getting up in the fight and start actually fighting back in my dream.
Yeah. You see, he.
You're naked, Thalai! Everyone can see it!
That's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything.
That's not going to do anything. Hair flip?
Yes,
Oh.
but for your beard, apparently.
What? So just like, eh?
Beard
Is that right? I can't exactly like hair, so I'll just go, yeah.
You whip your beard back and forth. You whip your beard back and forth.
It doesn't. It's not that long. I can't just flick it around the place.
Disappointing. Grow it out
I'm
longer.
sorry, but yeah. So Dream Self then starts fighting back harder, getting up as is.
Mm. And for those of you who are awake watching him, you notice he starts shifting a bit and he's a bit restless, but he is not awake.
We're good.
We most certainly are not.
Grumble. Gets out of bed. Waves pocket bacon under Thalai's nose, like smelling salts.
Has he ever partaken in your pocket bacon?
Mm.
No,
But it's bacon.
he doesn't care.
While you're working on Thalai, I'll approach Storm and say, Storm, wake up.
She just starts purring. Her ears twitch.
How much did you hear?
She doesn't move, but she says, "We're not going till the afternoon because I'm not beating him until the afternoon."
That's fine. We'll go shopping.
I sleep.
No, you most certainly will not. And I will pull her sheets off.
I feel like she was sleeping on the sheets.
Okay, I will I will use my telekinetic shove ability to push you 5 feet away from me off the bed.
She like sits on the floor, Brussels furred everywhere. What was that for?
We have business to attend to.
I don't want to go shopping. What do I need to go shopping for?
Because you don't like having money, and if we go shopping, you cannot have any money anymore.
What does that have to do with? I never said I don't like money. I just don't understand why it's so important.
well then perhaps by observing commerce on a merchant scale, you'll gain a better understanding.
That seems really
If we have
boring.
if we have to suffer, so do you.
But I was hoping to keep my coin so that I could buy my new friend to work with us.
That's not how you buy friend. No, I'm working on the line. Leave me alone.
No, I mean, he said to me that if someone pay him better, he would not work for his employer anymore. So, you know. He is not bad guy. He is just maybe working for bad guy.
Don't like. Hold on. Can I make fire?
I can make fire.
We can all make fire except the lion, I think.
I mean, I can conjure fire.
I'm going to get out the water skin that I've got and shape water so it splashes in his face.
That'll probably wake you up.
Like proper, like on the nose, like. Morning. Blame Kovac.
Storm's just sitting on
Poker bacon?
the floor unceremoniously licking
Just
herself.
muttering in giants about how he hates mornings and being woken up, and why can't he just for once in his goddamn life sleep in?
Pocket bacon.
No.
More for me. Bubbles away.
Can I have some bucket bacon?
The supply of pocket bacon is running dangerously low.
It is. It is.
Right. Shall I put your clothes on? Let's go.
You probably need breakfast.
No, I don't.
Woo,
I need-
woo.
I can eat my rations. Let's just go.
I like breakfast.
I need more bacon.
After what has happened, I don't expect we'll find a much hospitality with the guardhouse beyond professionalism. So let's go.
What happened?
The captain paid us a visit. They've suspended Jacob for being drunken, disorderly.
Yeah, so about that, why didn't you defend Jacob?
Because he's the commanding officer. I can't lie to him.
Okay, not to self. Don't expect Kovac to cover your ass if you get in trouble.
I will cover your ass to most people, just not a commanding officer. They should always know the truth.
Why? Who are they to know the truth?
Who am I to presume I know best by lying to them?
He didn't do anything wrong. He was just drinking. We didn't actually need him there with us.
He was well aware of the fact that he was doing something wrong by drinking.
Kovac,
And
have you never done anything wrong before?
yes, I have.
Like the journal you kept on you.
I walk out the door.
Wait, what journal? Hey, Kovac, wait a second.
I'm gone.
She like chases after you.
I'm out in the like dawn sun doing like morning stretches after being asleep.
She chases after you and annoys you. Wait, Kovac, what journal? What are you talking about? What is he talking about? What journal?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
But I do worry about it. I'm suspicious now. I want to know. Will you tell me? Will you tell me? Will you tell me? Will you tell me?
I keep stretching. never said I was.
Well, you should be. You know what? You should learn a little bit from Leaf and Leaf. They are at least fun. And she, like, walks off. Grumbling about wanting breakfast.
Alright. Where does the party go from here?
Breakfast. But after that, I presume
say
we go to the market.
Quill.
Sorry.
I say we go to the Wild Quill.
Mm.
As
That's all. Check. And we can just eat our rations. We have the bag sitting full of them. Better do you eat those than waste money.
by the way, Ash, I have a question.
I have an answer.
How many ball bearings are missing from my pouch that looks like a coin pouch but isn't?
I believe you lost about 12 of them, I think.
People doing thievery.
I marked 10 missing. Maybe.
Ah, well then 10 missing. There you go.
Well, I'm down 20, and I presume I lost 10 somewhere along the way. So yeah. Okay. So no extra ones.
You're doing the whole sub.
No.
No, it's not intentional. She just doesn't keep her coins in a coin pouch. She doesn't see them as that important. She wants her ball bearings as more easy access than her coins. What would she need coins for? They're probably stashed at the bottom of her entire backpack.
Just rolling around in with the dust and the lint.
Yeah, like, oh, that's where that is. Not even like special bag, nothing, no.
I agree. Let's go to the Wild Quill.
Can I get food there?
Well, it is a tavern.
Okay,
If-
fine.
if
But
not-
why waste money when we have rations to eat?
Well, rations are all well and good, but I love food from street vendors, especially in a place like this. So I'll probably pick up some like a hot skewer and an apple as I'm like going through.
Then, like, if you
I'm gonna
eat
find
all
some-
of your... Oh,
Suit
sorry.
yourself. I'm eating my rations.
Then, like, if you eat all your rations, you won't have any left for the road.
I still got heaps of rations. I can always buy more if need be. But I think
I'm
there's
gonna-
no need to pay for food when we have food on us. You still have that
I'm
dried rabbit, don't you?
How much of that dried rabbit have I already eaten?
You guys would probably have gone through it already.
Because she ate... She's been numbing on that quite frequently. No, I don't... No, there is no rabbit. There is...
Oh.
I got hungry, okay?
Okay.
Oh.
Regardless of Thali's objections, wherever I find like a nice meat skewer, I'll buy him one too on the way through, and just like as we're walking, I'll just like hold it out in front of him and say, "I already bought it. It's too late. And doesn't it smell good?"
I'm gonna find some street bacon.
Street bacon.
Street vendors.
There would be a lot of
Bacon's
street
open.
vendors offering food for breakfast as well, yes.
The lie is not going to say no to free food.
And seeing as you are headed to the Wild Quill, which is literally on the other side of town, you would definitely go past a number of street vendors on your way through.
So we'll also acquire some food along the way.
How much should I subtract in terms of cost for this food, Ash?
Just a copper per piece.
Okay, I paid for myself and Thalai. Done.
I am going to take 2 copper off mine because she probably got 2, 1 in each hand, and is numbing on both of them.
Sam's gonna try and find somewhere just to grab a bunch of bacon and something decent, not just bacon. They don't consistently only eat bacon, but they are 90% bacon.
having seen you trying to buy bacon from every place that you look at and trying to buy a large amount of it, a vendor actually comes over to you and he goes, "You there, sir? I have just what you need."
Uh-oh.
I know what this
seem to
is, and
have a
custom isn't here for it. Ah.
Custom will just have to come back one day. And watch!
I'm
I
listening.
have just what you need. You seem to like this bacon pieces you have, yes. I have just the item for you. And at this, he produces a small little brass piglet. It fits in the palm of your hand, and it seems to be kind of animated. Like its little front legs kind of move back and forth a bit. He goes, "You see, this is a fabulous little item. You just pull on the tail," and he pulls on the little curl tail, and it coughs up a piece of pocket bacon.
How much?
For you, it'd just be 2 gold pieces.
Sam's gonna pull the tail again.
Dispenses another piece of pocket bacon.
Do you want to know, is it a one-trick
Porky.
pig? I was gonna say
It is,
pony, but this is a pig.
It is called Francis, the pocket pork provisioning piglet.
I have love so much. 1 gold, 5 silver.
Roll me a persuasion.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's really good. Minus. So it's a 19 minus 2. So
That's actually
it's
still
7.
really good.
It's 17. That's why I was like, it's really good. Minus 2 charisma.
He kind of just thinks for a moment and make it 7 silver on top, and it's yours. 1 gold, 7
7 silver only. Done. No, I'm joking.
No. You know
Yeah,
what
he
I
hands
mean.
over the 1 gold, 7 silver.
Right. And he hands the piglet to you.
Sam, in their mind, is even like, if this never produces pocket bacon again, I love this thing. So 1 gold, 7 silver removed. I have a pig, little baby pig, and then it breaks the next day. Thank you, oh kind and wise pig man.
It
And then-
provides enough pocket bacon to provide provisioning for 1 person daily.
This thing, I love it. This is adorable.
How positively preposterous.
It's a pig.
Pocket pork provisioning pig.
I wonder if I
Named
could turn into a
Francis.
pig. Name Francis. I
You
need
could
to
turn
work out how to. Is this an attunement slot? I'm just.
No, it doesn't require achievement.
That's fine. Sam has his pocket pig.
Did you actually
His pocket
make an
bacon
item
pocket
for
pig.
Francis?
No, I have not yet.
Okay, we can make an item for Francis.
I am very happy with this arrangement.
You make your way through town, avoiding most of the vendors who are trying to drag you in to buy random wares, most of which are rugs or trinkets or jewelry, none of which particularly take your interest, and most of which are extremely overpriced.
Yeah.
But you finally make your way down one of the back alleys to find the wild quill. Now, whilst it is down one of the back alleys, its front opening is onto a main street near one of the main exits, so it is actually fairly prominent. And looking at the outside, it looks quite well done up and quite nice. And looking through the windows, it looks to be made up kind of more like a hipster-style cafe than a tavern. Looking in through the windows, you can see that there is actually a number of bookshelves along the back wall. And that it seems that a number of the patrons who are in here are sitting down, enjoying a drink, their breakfast, and a book.
I'm very happy.
Looking over it, it doesn't seem the kind of place where you would expect dodgy dealings to go down.
Well, Well-read ladies first, and I rush in the front door.
You head inside, and you are greeted by a deep red tiefling in quite an ornate black gown. She has a pair of spectacles on her, and her hair's tied back in a neat bun, and she has very much the librarian kind of look to her, but with red pointed tails flicking about slowly as she is walking back and forth with a book in hand. And she looks over and goes, "Greetings, madame, and your company. What can we do for you here? Welcome to the Wild Quill."
Storm leans in with her like 2 sticks that are probably empty at this point. Are you racist here?
Oh, good heavens, no.
Oh,
What do you
good.
mean?
Because the last place that we went to, they told me to get out because I was a troublesome cat.
Oh, my dear, all are welcome here.
Okay.
Take a seat, grab a book, enjoy, and I will be over shortly to take your orders.
Do you make meat?
Of course.
Okay. I like this place already. Let's go sit down, guys.
Yeah.
And she just
Correct.
looks at her 2 sticks and puts them down.
Kervik's cheeks are like a shade of purple.
Well, you know, she had a bad experience at the last place, and no one's told her that she shouldn't go around asking people that, okay?
True, true.
Very good point.
I'm going to peruse the shelves for anything interesting.
There's a number of different subject matters here. Anything from local history to arcane theories. A lot of these books are actually quite advanced as well.
Are there any books on
not-
her people?
There's not a lot of light reading here.
Okay.
No, there would be nothing on Tabaxis here.
Any books that she understands that are not in common?
Yes, there is a book that you understand.
Just
Solely you understand.
She picks it up and looks and goes, "Hey, I can understand this." What's it about?
Wait, what?
It is about elemental energies and the different atronachs that represent them.
She goes and like takes it over to the table and sits down and starts reading.
For you, this is actually quite interesting because it talks about the balance of the different elements and how they, whilst they are separate entities, they work and intertwine with each other.
Yeah, she like this is like the most concentrated you've seen Storm ever with a book. Oh, my top's not sitting.
This tier, your patron comes over and looks over your shoulder a bit and goes, "Oh, we have not had anyone interested in that book. Most cannot read it.
What do you
Does
mean?
it take your fancy?"
Oh, yeah. I didn't know I could read this. It's really fascinating. Can I buy
wouldn't
it?
know.
Wait, can I afford it? How much is the book?
Oh, unfortunately, the books here are not for sale. They are to be read while you enjoy your meals.
Okay, I will just keep reading it.
Now, what can I get all of you?
Meat and milk, please.
Platter of meat and milk. And for you lot?
I have like 10 books all like stacked up in my arms, and I just like deposit them on the table. I go, good. Look up, see her, turn purple again, and go, nothing. I'm fine. I sit down behind a pile of books and try to avert my gaze from her.
And you too?
Milk, please.
We will all have milk except for him. He likes ale. I think. You like ale, right, Talai?
I was going to ask for an ale. Yes.
I'll fetch you that. Anything to eat?
No, thank you.
Do you want some of my meat?
Yes.
Okay.
Porridge, please.
And it'll be 7 copper pieces in total. I'll get that all for you.
Okay. And Storm just like shuffles down to the bottom of her bag, grabs a silver,
Storm, you...
and just hands it over because that's what she finds.
Oh,
She
goodness,
finds one
thank you
silver
very
and she
much.
just gives it to her.
Change?
Yes.
No, it's okay. You can keep it. I don't need it.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Please enjoy your stay. And Storm, you'll notice with your passive perception, you'd recognize you notice that Katia is sitting in the corner with a book, very badly hiding herself. Like, she has the book up in front of her face, but you can see she's constantly just like
I'm
She
waiting.
sees it over the top of her book.
so called out right now.
waiting for the patron to step away to leave you all alone before finally putting her book down and just like shuffling very she's not good at stealth. She kind of shuffles across one table, then over to another, and then squeezes her way between 2 other patrons, and then steps over towards Thalai, and her tail kind of comes up and taps on the shoulder.
Hmm? Oh, hello.
Storm just giggles
Hello
a little
there.
bit, but doesn't look away from her book.
So you made it. I thought you would be coming last night, but better late than never, I guess.
Sorry. When you said about fighting, well, I was pretty fucked. She was pretty fucked.
Oh, hi.
So we thought better to take a sleep and then come back.
That's fair
Which-
enough.
It does seem prudent. But for I find this for you. And Ash, is it too much to expect that the Kovac found a book titled like Migratory Patterns of Mountain Cultures?
No, you probably would have found something like that, yeah.
And then just like hands it to Thalai and keeps perusing her stack.
I don't need to read this. I already know about that, and I just put it politely back on, like gently on the table.
Is there a book, out of curiosity, on like
Mhm.
animal anatomy?
Yes, there'd be several books on different in different areas as well, like forest-based creatures, desert-based creatures, and stuff like that.
Basically, Sam's curious if he can learn something new about maybe a new animal to turn into or something. It's just
Mhm.
like, I don't know, read books. Let's see what I can learn. Let's go 1, 2, 3, that one, and just picks one at random.
Just like, thump. Oh, what's that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Roll me a nature check.
Nature.
And Thalai, you'll also notice, actually, especially Storm, that Cardia keeps looking over towards the main bar entrance where the other tiefling went over, and she seems to be like trying to make sure that she's not back. So she leans in, and she goes, "So you're here to fight?"
Sure.
You'll earn a lot more coin, and you'll be able to show off a bit more of that muscle of yours. And she kind of curls her tail a little bit around your arm slightly, and then flicks it back off again. She goes, "But I will warn you, it is a bit more vicious. They do allow weapons in there."
Well, that's probably better for me then. Personally.
And then you hear a little from her as she looks up and sees the other tiefling come in, and she quickly scurries back off away.
She's strange. Anyone else think she's strange?
No stranger than any of us, honestly.
She has it for so badly.
And as
I
Tia
don't
steps
know
over
what you're talking about.
with several platters in hand, she puts your food down and your drinks. She goes, "Sorry, is my sister bothering you?"
No,
Knew
not
it.
not at all.
and just like stares daggers across the room. I do apologize. She does tend to bother the patrons. Doesn't know how to keep to herself.
It's fine. It's fine. She beat the shit out of me last night. There's nothing worse that she could do at this point.
At that,
Oh, no.
you know, she looks over, kind of raises an eyebrow, and just fighting.
At the fighting pits, ja.
Oh, the lie, you fucked up.
He doesn't understand the context here. There's nothing. There is nothing to be ashamed of about being able to fight if you can fight well.
And Storm doesn't know how to read social cues, so, you know.
She looks over again at her sister and she goes, "Oh, I bet she was fighting again. Doesn't know how to stay out." Anyways, no, not to bother you all. Is there anything else I can get for you?
I'm just curious. Do you know where I can get a copy of this book?
I'm not too sure. Possibly one of the libraries around towns. Unfortunately, there's not really one here. That's the whole reason why I set up. I am sure some of the merchants might have something. There's a number of book trades around.
That's really fascinating. Lots of things about the elements. Can you read this book?
No, unfortunately, I do not speak the language.
Oh.
Are you opposed to us transcribing from the books in here?
Of course not. It is here for you to learn and study.
Thank you.
Can I ask, do you know what language this book is?
Not one I'm familiar with, unfortunately. I have studied a great many number of languages, but that one is beyond me.
Okay.
I was hoping you could tell me.
Nope. No idea. I'm just
Oh.
as surprised as you. It's that. Look, I've never read this before. I don't know what it is, but I can understand it.
Yeah, curious.
Me too. I don't remember learning this. That's why I'm so excited.
She turns to Kovac and goes, "You look of the studious type. Are you familiar with the language?"
No, we maybe Storm, could you hand me the book, please?
But I'm reading it.
I'll just like stand up and awkwardly shuffle around Thalai and get behind her.
Yes.
I was going to say, while they're being distracted with this, I'd actually like to go and walk over to the sister.
Yep, Tacardia.
Yeah, to Cardia, that's it.
Storm
Mhm.
probably notices and doesn't care.
I've got my ale in hand, and I did grab a couple of things of meat. Platter.
She just looks up and she goes, "Ah, you came over. Good. Sorry about that. My sister can be terrifying."
Why? You can definitely hold your ground against many. Sure.
Oh no, she'll put me on the ground anytime. Do not let her studious behavior fool you.
She doesn't
She-
seem.
She's the master of the ring.
I was going to say she doesn't seem to approve of fighting.
How does she put it? We should not put our feet in where our hands. No, that's not it. Something to do with don't. I don't know. Don't fight
don't
where
eat
you
where you
make the
shit.
coin. Don't. Yeah, she puts it a weird way, but basically, don't eat where you shit is the nice way of saying it.
Or as I said it, don't eat where you shut. I don't know why I said it. No, I got a 9 on nature.
We
I said,
we used to do the fighting, but ever since she started up the ring, she doesn't want to jump into it anymore. She thinks that it sours it and turns away the competition, but it's not fun. That's what we're here for.
Well, to each their own. Now, about these more dangerous fights, pay more coin.
Mm-hmm.
Where would I be able to find?
She just kind of looks around a little bit and just points down.
Here.
Oh, yes. Who would ever suspect such a beautiful, lovely place as this?
Gods.
You're not here. Shh.
The guards have it down as a shifty place.
Yeah, it's not quite shifty. When's the next fight start?
There'll be one tonight. Are you signing up? What about the others?
Damn it. I think I'll be busy tonight, unfortunately. We have business to attend to here beyond fighting. But I definitely would like to try my hand at it once my business is concluded.
Well, perhaps we can organize an exhibition fight.
I'll be sure to swing by once business is concluded and see what we can do then, perhaps.
You notice that her tail's kind of flicked up, and it's kind of like slowly creeping along the table a little bit, and then she just kind of like caresses against your hand. She goes, "I'll be waiting for you."
That is good to know. Completely oblivious. Yes, I'll make sure to return when our business is concluded. Thank you for informing me of such an opportunity. I look forward to testing my strength here.
Anytime, darling.
And I'll just walk back to the group.
So,
In the
Comic,
meantime-
can you understand this?
Ash, can
No.
I recognize the script at least?
Yes, you recognize it as primordial.
Oh, well, wait, what was this tiefling's name again?
You never specifically asked.
Okay, I say, well, madam, this appears to be primordial.
Primordial, huh?
What does
The
that mean?
language of the elementals.
Okay, thank you. Wait,
I've never seen it myself
Interesting.
or studied.
how does one
I
learn
s-
this language?
No, through study and education mostly, or be born an elemental, I guess.
I'm not either of those things. I mean, haven't done either. Not that I remember.
I've seen it a few times in some of the more obscure arcane texts. I wasn't able to read it until recently.
Well, good news. Apparently, I can read it.
Impressive.
Me too. I mean, I am also impressed.
Now, madam, would you like which of these would you define as the most complex book on arcane theory amongst your shelves? I wish to challenge myself.
Oh, well, come right this way. I've got a few that could possibly challenge you.
Excellent.
And she starts leading you around the shelves, picking out books at random, seemingly at random, but she seems to know what she's looking for, and just piling up several books in your hands.
Okay. As they're being handed over, I will like check the titles one by one and get. Okay. Yes. Just like make very satisfied noises while making significant glances at the very attractive tiefling.
You may not be aware, but I think Storm may notice that those glances are not going unnoticed.
Storm is not interested. She has a really weird book in front of her that, like, she notices, but she doesn't care.
What do I? Oh, sorry.
I
Go
was
on.
just going to say, this is the most enthralled you've ever seen her with a book, ever. Normally she reads like half a page and then goes, okay, I'm done, what's now?
Yeah, I rolled a 9 with my nature check. Do I just sit there having a moral dilemma? Why do cows have 4 stomachs?
Kind of, yeah. You're kind of just trying to wrap your head around, like, if I'm gonna turn into this, I need to really understand it. But some of this stuff is just like platypuses are weird, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a book about nothing else but platypus. That,
Oh,
don't, it's
We
beyond me.
have these
Like,
at
why-
home.
Holds up the diagram and holds up the stuff like, how does this work?
Well, you see, it make little home near little lake, and then it make egg with mate, and it uses big bill for, you know.
I'm just go, why are the males poisonous?
Well, I mean, the male has to protect female when have egg, you know.
You know what? Just closes it. Elbow on the book, head in the shoulders, just drinking his milk like.
Is technically also venomous, not poisonous.
Maybe I'll just do a snake next time.
You know, I didn't. Do you also have platypods? in these lands too? We have them at home. Sam?
Error 404. Sam.
What? I'm just like blacked out for a second. It's just like, huh? Sorry, I was thinking about snakes. Snakes are easy. They're just like a tube.
No, snakes are confusing. They're like, how do snakes work even?
They are easier to comprehend than that book.
Huh.
They're just a tube of meat and
But that book
bone.
had pictures.
Something grumbling. Shut up.
It's okay, I'm going back to, apparently elemental theory. I never knew it was so fascinating. I didn't know you could document elementals like this. It kind
You
of
can
feels-
document.
Well, it's just all innate for me. I have never thought about it before, so it's kind of curious.
And you can document anything if you try hard enough.
Apparently, I don't try hard enough.
I walked by with like a stack of books and I say, he's very correct. Just walking.
Just looks over and your pile has since doubled from the large amount that it was. It's
Like, it's up to my nose and I'm like, keep walking.
Kovac, we're not going to be here that long. Okay.
I'm a speed reader. It's fine.
Can you speed read this book and teach me later?
No.
Then you're
Right, mate.
useless.
I mean, maybe, but I'm prioritizing the arcane.
I don't care about the arcane.
Well, I don't care about your book.
Well, fine then. Going back to reading.
Your patron turns to you and, so I understand why you're here and possibly why she's here as well, but the other two don't seem the type to really stick their head into a book all that much. What brings you around? Is it my sister offering fights?
Is she speaking to me?
Yes.
I just look very flustered and say, official business, can't really get into details. Is it Xel'nari or is it just me?
At this, you notice her tone change like quite drastically. She's like, official business.
We're here to...
What kind of official business is that?
Xel'nari.
Oh god.
She's so pretty, you guys!
Oh no.
At that, she actually relaxes a little bit. Oh, Xel'nari. Oh. I take it you're looking for someone or information on something then.
Someone's doing a crime, trying to find them in the city.
Who's doing?
You just hear Storm snickering. Storm is snickering to her book.
I shall not press, but I assume I'm not the subject matter.
Nope. We're just here to investigate, but it seems fine. Everything's nice and well read.
No crime here. You hear from Sam a little bit.
Storm will kind of turn around like, do you know any harp players?
Harp players. I mean, I know a number of harp players.
Any new ones?
Be a bit more specific.
Anyone new
new
that come into
ones?
town that play harp?
That's a good point. I conjure a minor illusion of our suspect.
She
That
looks it
guy.
over and goes, not familiar to me, no.
Okay, then you are not suspect.
Many travelers coming through the gates. You'd be hard pressed to find them in here. Have you tried the town guard?
Mm-hmm.
It's the first place we tried.
Kovac is a sucker for town guard, apparently.
Well, if they are,
Imagine.
if they are on the run and trying to stay low, and she kind of looks around a moment, she goes, I would probably try the dead camel. That is where they kind of fester.
That sounds disgusting.
Oh, that's
Can I
not good.
roll? Can I roll an insight check to see if she's on the level?
I was gonna say, can I also insight check?
Mhm.
That is a 14.
Oh! Net 20! Which is like a 26 for me.
Very nice.
Yeah, 26.
She seems to be telling you the truth, or at least from what she knows of the truth.
Okay.
Storm stares
thank
at her
you.
for just a moment longer. Shrugs, goes back to her book.
She kind of, again in hushed tones, she's, look, I may not run the most legal of pits down below, but as I'm sure my sister has already explained to you, but that is the length of my breaches of legalities. I do actually prefer everything you see up here to what goes on down there.
It's very nice up here. I imagine you're. Yes. Everything. Yeah. Cotton mouth. Mm. Some word vomit going on.
There's just snickering again from Storm as she reads her book and turns a page.
Kovac hears in their head, whisper sweet nothings into her ear.
Purple turns to pink. It's just like, so I'm gonna get started on these books. Oh, thank you for your help. I just walk away.
She's like, oh no, come with me. I've got just one or two more, my personal favorites. If you're interested in the arcane.
Okay.
Okay, pretty lady, I'll go with you anywhere. Says and gets jobbed in the bag.
I get my job.
She takes you over and puts
You
another two
passed
books
me.
onto your pile. And before taking half of the pile off you and going over to join you at the table and putting them all down.
Thank you. I peruse beginning with her favorites.
So, miss, lady,
Call me Tia.
Tyr. Okay. Tyr,
Matt.
can I ask you a question?
Of course. I mean, that was a question itself.
Oh, yeah. Ha, I'll have to remember that one. I feel like there's something Kovac's pulled on me before.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Huh. Oh, right. My question. Do you remember where you got this book from?
I was one of the merchants that came through town a while ago.
I'm curious.
I was hoping I would be able to crack it, but it's quite a complex text. It's been a bit hard for me.
Oh. Well, and she puts it down on the table. It says here, the flow of element from, how to translate this word? Oh. No, that's right. Okay, from flow of element, in, like pocket's good. In pocket of
Pocket bacon?
air. No, not pocket bacon. pocket of
Oh.
air, energy can transfer from one to another with use of internal energy from person. It's like what I learnt at home. Wait, did any of
Intriguing.
that make sense?
Yes, I'm quite interested in arcane and all things elemental, though I'm incapable of using the magics myself.
Well, as
Oh.
far as I can read here, is like this. And she like does her, and it whoosh, and it's a small whoosh of air that goes across. So you grab the pocket when you find it, and you push it forward.
At that she pulls back a seat and sits down. She goes, intriguing.
It seems to be very similar to the elemental knowledge that I have taught myself. I
As
did not know there were others that could do this.
as
Mm.
I'm perusing, I'll just look up and say, her technique is very rudimentary, but it's effective. I'm also using handwood, and I like make some motions, mutter some words, and cast prestidigitation, and make like a bead of flame appear in my hand. This is the
Intriguing.
alternative.
Oh, you mean like
Use
this?
magic.
Pretty lame.
I can do that too! But except hers is just a tiny little fire on her fingertip.
So yours is that of magic. Yours is that of innate ability. Intriguing.
I suppose so.
Are you a sorcerer?
Mm-mm. The only magic I know how to do is,
No. No.
I wasn't going to do it! Okay, maybe I was. How do I demonstrate if I can't demonstrate? Okay, I can...
She can make things levitate.
Yeah, that's a good word. I was going to say float, but I can also control it once I make it float, you know? But I was told yesterday that my punches are also magic.
Suspected to be, not been confirmed.
Well,
Intrigued.
I just use the flow of energy which is in my own body and push it through my hands, and it makes force go out. It's not magic, no?
Well, that would sound like a sorcerer to me, but if you insist you are not,
What?
perhaps
no,
something else
no
that I have not
magic.
known.
I come from a monastery of monks.
At that, she's going to lean in close to Kovac and be like, "Is she elemental? Is she not aware of it?"
Pink. I had my suspicions. I don't know if she's if she's I don't, she's very strange. She seems like a cat, but isn't really, but is lacking some like cat features. She also doesn't need to breathe to be underwater. I've seen her do that a few times.
Oh, I've read about that. Give me a moment. And she gets up and hurries off looking for a book.
Do I actually hear this whispered conversation?
No, she was in hushed enough tones that Kovac could barely hear her herself.
Okay. She just
Thogg
looks
is
very
just
confused.
eating the platter of meat while
All these
while
birds.
Storm is distracted by book.
Yeah, like, this is the first time you've ever seen Storm more intrigued in something other than food. Like, normally food is like, oh, that conquers everything. Except maybe fighting.
After a moment, she returns with her book. She goes, "Aha!" and puts it in front of Kovac, like in front of the book that you have there, and points out Genasi.
See. Oh, I feel so stupid. I should put that together.
What are you on about? What is
Oh.
Genocide?
I read the like elevator pitch on Genasi, which I'm guessing the book is like the offspring of mortal beings and elemental jinn from the planes of air, water, earth, and fire. Beings born with innate connections to the elements, able to all that stuff.
Well, that doesn't make any sense. It sounds really cool, though.
It actually makes perfect sense. If this book is to be believed, you would be most in line with that of an air genasi, as you are not in need of air to breathe, as has been demonstrated by your feats underwater, and you are able to raise things into the air.
That doesn't
Yes.
make sense. No. My mama was one of the people of my town. I mean, no, she was one of the monks, and my papa was one of the townspeople.
Are you sure they were your parents?
Well, they're both gone now, so I can't really ask them. But that's what the monks told me.
Ah, yes. That sounds entirely fallible and flawed.
What do you mean?
They could have told you a kind lie that was easier to swallow than the truth for a child, and just never saw fit to amend that.
But okay, so it was a little bit questionable about who Papa was, but Mama had plenty of pictures.
Okay.
And I remember Mama. She was around. Papa was never around.
Well, then your father may have himself had some kind of connection to the elements and has passed on to you.
I don't know.
It seems like a very good functional theory. Thank you, Tia, for your assistance.
Of course.
But how? What? That doesn't make sense. No.
Does your book mention anything about Genasi?
I don't know. I didn't check. Does it?
Rather than Genasi, it mentions Jinn and different other elemental beings.
Do they sound similar to the god that they worship?
Only slightly.
No, but it does mention elementals, and they are called Jinn. Jinn. They are like element people.
Like you?
No. Like element people. They are like. Hang on, 1 second. Like this, and there's I presume a picture.
No, there
No?
would not be.
In that case,
No.
she just shows a book which you can't read the writing of.
I look at it.
Wait, sorry, hang on, and she'll read out what a Jinn is.
I mean, if we have some time, I can just comprehend the language.
Sure, if you like.
I take 10 minutes and I ritual cast comprehend languages.
You're
As you
taking
finish that
too
spell, you
long.
notice that Tia is kind of sitting there with her hand on a thing looking at you, and she's like, "Oh, I wish I could use that ability. The books I could read."
Concentrate.
In that time period, you got Sam being like, "Why do they lay eggs?"
Okay. Well, wait, why wouldn't they lay eggs? Plenty of animal lay egg.
No, you got your book. This is mine. He's grumbling. He continues and tries to work out what the fuck's going on with a platypus.
Yes, but this is one animal I actually understand. Like, and she grabs, flicks over a few pages of your book. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
It's a horse.
It's the funniest looking horse I've ever seen. And besides, what kind of animal
It's
is
a
horse?
Shetland pony.
Look at that with long neck, and it has hoofs on 4 feet. I'm sorry, that is the weirdest animal I have ever seen. And you people ride them. That is even weirder.
You've ridden a horse before.
I know. She still thinks they're weird as fuck. She doesn't have horses back home.
This is true. Tia waits till you finish casting, and she goes, "I am very jealous of that ability."
Once I learn more, I might be able to prepare a scroll for you that would allow you to cast it yourself.
I do not believe so. I am, how to say, magically inept. No
Really?
matter how much I try, I am incapable of using any form of magic. As you are probably aware, tieflings have some innate spell-like abilities themselves, but even I am incapable of producing those.
You seem very intelligent. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to learn as I have with the proper schooling.
Oh, I've tried. Don't worry, I have tried. Unfortunately, it has not worked for me, but I make by with just reading my books and knowing all about it, but not being able to use it.
That's very sad. I'm not sure who I would be if I couldn't use magic.
So,
Hmm.
Kovek, did you finish your spell?
Yes.
Okay, here, read it.
I begin speed reading the book. Ash, what do I glean?
Yes, you gather information. It explains what a genie is and how it affects with the elements, and it does kind of slightly touch on that it can have offspring with others, but it doesn't go into detail of Genasi. That is explained separately in the book you have. It goes on to explain about how they are quite powerful creatures, capable of very wildly affecting the elements.
Okay. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to cast a minor illusion and to like have the equivalent of an effect of a chalkboard and just draw it in very simple terms magically. Be all like, okay, Jinn plus human
I am not human.
Genasi. Jinn plus cat. You question mark?
Jesus.
That seems really weird. No. That's not possible. We don't have any, like, elements like this back home.
Well, it seems when a mummy tabaxi and a daddy element love each other very much.
She, like, throws a piece of meat at your face.
Ah,
I'm gonna try and see if I can. I'll just
Hey,
say
hey,
I
I'm
don't know
holding
if there's
magic
much
there.
meat left at this point.
He's just like,
Where did all
nodding.
the meat go? We might need some more.
it's okay, Francis. I have you.
No, I mean that other than the giant storm that surrounds our island, there is no elemental, like anything.
Well, maybe elementals don't always look like elementals. I don't know. We
Okay.
hide ourselves pretty good all the time. People don't always tell the full truths. Why does it have a duck bill?
So that you can catch fish.
There's no way of accounting for all aspects of all things, Storm. That would be maddening. All you can do is accept the evidence before you and try and do your best to reconcile it. It doesn't really change much about who you are. You're still you. You just learned a bit more about your heritage.
I guess so.
Okay.
Mama said Papa was very attractive.
I'm sure that's true.
And that he had to go away. But that's all I remember. I was
Oh.
really small when I remember this. She was I was also very, very small when she was no more.
Maybe we can find him one day and get some answers.
No one leaves the island, and if you do, you don't come back. I'm pretty sure everyone that leaves the island dies.
You left the island.
As you're talking, Storm, you notice a human approaching you. And he just very calmly and quietly just kind of, excuse me, did I hear you say you're Xel'nari?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't say this.
Yes?
Kovac?
Can I ask for your assistance?
What would you have us do?
I'm from a small town a bit east of here that was attacked by someone, and I followed them here, and I know where they are right now. And can you help me?
What was the attack?
I don't really know. It's some kind of spell put on the people.
Uh-oh.
Insight check.
Right? That's a check.
Damn it, that's an 8.
I would do the same thing. I'm just looking at
I
cats
was
in the
going
room.
to say I will actually do the same thing because at the moment I'm not doing anything but seeing that. I'd be listening in.
Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, yeah, no.
My insight. Well, never mind. That's a nat 1.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so overall that gets me like a
Yeah, sorry.
7, I think.
A
Yeah,
natural,
Before.
natural 1 for a total of 5.
Storm's
Thought you were gonna
not
say for a
naturally
tot-
suspicious, but she's the best person with insight.
Yeah, they seem to be telling the truth.
And what do they look like?
Well, one of them was the bard, and he had a troop that came in. And they left something behind, and after they left, all kind of strange things started happening. So I started following this way, and I've tracked them down. I was trying to get the guards to listen, but they wouldn't listen to me. So, you're Xel'nari. You'll listen. You've got to.
Where are they now?
Okay,
Those-
at this, Storm gets suspicious.
Yeah?
Because we told the guards, and the guards said they'd heard nothing.
Mhm.
So she will insight check. Previously, she had no reason to think otherwise.
Mhm.
We're all doing so badly.
15.
That's not bad.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
And what does he look like as an individual?
He looks like he's dressed very similarly to the townsfolk of Scanrich. And you were aware that there was one adult and one kid missing that never turned up.
We found them!
Are you by any chance from Scanrich?
Oh,
Are you the general-
you've heard of it?
Are you the general goods store owner?
Yes. How did you know?
We've been through Scanrich. We destroyed the harp. We freed your people.
Oh my god! So you're here to capture them?
Yes.
I'll take you to them right now.
Please, Tia, hold these books. We'll be back.
And that's where we'll end.
Burn this one!
Oh!
Hey! The DM got bored with our blundering.
Well, I mean, you put us in a room with coffee, tea,
Books.
and food. I mean, what do you think was gonna happen?
Well, no, he was there, and he heard the mention of Xel'nari, so he was building up the courage to talk to you.
Oh.
But yay! Oh, if this gets solved quickly, I can then enter illegal fights tonight. Yes!
Storm is still experiencing an existential crisis.
Mm-hmm.
In utter denial.
That's gonna end well.
She's heard words, not actually processed them. She's like reliving her life through different eyes right now.
I tried to explain, but you know.
Yeah, but like it goes against everything she's been taught.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
All right. So who are we raiding tonight?
Let's. Can we please raid Desert Bus for Hope?
Yes.
Thank
There's
you.
a bus for hope!
I don't know what that is.
It's a once-a-year charity live stream where Canadian comedians, Loading Ready Run, and other volunteers try and raise money for Child's Play charities. It's their 15th anniversary. I love every year being able to tune in.
They do fantastic stuff. Yes.
That's absolutely fair. I just never heard.
Yeah,
of
no,
that.
I'm,
So
I'm-
yeah, I'm
I'll
down for
definitely
that.
join on that, right?
But before we do, thank you everyone for joining us for tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Custom, go bloody watch the video.
God damn it,
I mean,
Custom!
watch the video.
Granted, by the time you hear this part, you will have watched the video, so this is pointless.
Mhm.
But still, God darn it, Custom, you're Adams in the game and you haven't been here for it.
And you went Texan.
It's literally going to be that meme of I have only had Francis for 1.5 days, and I would kill everyone in this room and then myself for him.
It's gonna be that.
I love my little Francis Peak.
You've made Sam very happy. And also Oddie.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so
Thank you for
thanks
joining
everyone
us.
who joined tonight. Thank you for all the
Yeah.
follows and
We will
et
see
cetera, and
you
all the-
hopefully Tuesday night for Stars.
Yes, our next stream will be
Yes.
Tuesday night for Stars Without Number.
You've been boarded, and then their boarding vessel was stolen. What's gonna happen next?
Oh shit, we're
Yeah.
fucked.
Literally
Okay.
nothing good.
Nothing good.
Well, as far as
Sure, it'll be fine.
far
It
as-
will be fine.
as far as Lockie and Catalina are concerned, they're just chilling outside, mildly sedated, in mechs.
We would have seen the
maglocked
ship
outside.
leave, which
hmm
would be
Would
intriguing
we?
because
We're on the
yeah,
opposite side of the ship.
well, you'd hear it at least.
Yeah, like
Would
hit-
we? In space?
you'd hear
Yeah,
or feel the vibration of it decoupling from the Milan and then taking off.
Well, we'd feel the.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd presume we were home free.
At that point, yeah,
No,
you're like, oh boy.
Lockie's got the feed up from Pim, so can see them still on board
Yeah.
the ship.
To. No.
Anyway,
Wait.
we'll talk about this.
Semantics.
later.
Anyway,
Yes.
we'll be streaming again on Tuesday. So yeah.
You
Thank
can help
you.
us puzzle this out on Tuesday.
Yes, you can.
Mhm.
And also, congratulations, Kit, for finally getting 20k tokens. You can now gift us a reroll or the DM. And I'm very
Yeah.
scared by that. Or is that two rerolls? Are they 10k?
That's 2 rerolls. They're
That's
10k each.
I'm actually kind of terrified by that. Cool. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine, and they're not going to do it in a way that will inconvenience any of us in any manner whatsoever.
Not at all.
I've still got one ready to
No.
go.
Yeah, but yours
Oh,
a
yeah.
drama. Yours is a drama one.
Yeah,
A
drama
llama
llama.
one.
I was thinking it was going to happen tonight in the fights, but they worked out dramatically anyways.
So close.
I'm so keen to cast spells at bad guys.
That's why
I've
they're
learned
gonna
new
counter
ones.
spell us so often.
I-
Good lord.
I want to make the lie huge. So keen to make him huge.
Time for the Xel'nari
Until next time.
brawl.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
And
Yeah.
stay for the raid and make sure you refresh your Twitch once we do raids so that they get the views. Love y'all.
Love you, creepy.
Mwah.
Kitty butt.